Hello, welcome, adventurers, to Shiny Boys episode number 39. We are almost up to 40. We are inching our way closer to 50, which is halfway to 100.
Yes.
Numbers, alright.
Every campaign must have a session 69.
I wonder if we'll get that far. I don't know.
I love 69. That's a very aesthetic number. Anyway, go on.
We'll see. If we get to like whatever the end point of this campaign ends up becoming, and everybody's like rioting for more, then we might do more. But otherwise, I'm happy to, in the distant future, toss up some ideas for like a new setting or something along those lines. But who knows? That's kind of a ways. Anyway, so without further ado, could you guys roll for me some recap rolls if you'd be so kind? And I would like the number closest to 8.
3.
Wait, I need to get my dice out.
What's the number?
Closest to 8.
16.
19.
So looking like a Jade cap, unless Baron rolls closer.
I got a 7, but
Baron cap!
recap.
Actually, wait, you were gone.
Yeah, I'll recap
I don't
it.
want to do it.
So, last session,
Yeah,
we did some stuff.
true.
We did some stuff.
Just try guess. What do you think happened? If you had to just...
Okay. Right, so the session before, it's all like forming into one thing for me now. We're in the Feywild.
Yes, true. Yep. Get your bingo cards out. Feywild, cross off 1.
Yeah. Some shenanigans with Avaros.
There were a few.
Some shenanigans with Tamar being emo.
Yeah, always.
Dario being a stupid gnome.
Kind of. We didn't get as much of that, but it's implied stupidness off screen.
I just remember we are all mourning the sad death of Copton Copton Stronghand. Captain Stronghand. We're still mourning his demise, and also the demise of our Queen Medusa.
Our Queen Medusa. Look, I don't know about that one, fam.
That is my recap. Emma, you can keep going.
Cool. Alright, so Emma, what happened actually
It's
last
not me,
session?
though. It was you, because you got a 7.
Yeah, but Queen wasn't here yet.
I wasn't there.
Okay. Hang on. I was not mentally prepared for this. Give me
I was
a minute.
just trolling.
Sorry, there was...
I genuinely thought you guys were going to do it, so I
No.
did not do a prepare. Give me...
Sorry, there wasn't that much that I think happened. At least all of my notes ended up being unexplored.
Can I just suggest for recaps in the future, since everyone always sounds really uninfused, that we have like a roster so people can prepare for it? Because I'm very happy to do it. I just was not ready because I don't know where the notes are.
Yeah. Alternatively, if you guys
I'm happy
don't
to
want to
do
do
this.
it, I'm perfectly fine with just recapping the sessions myself. If you guys
No,
would prefer that.
I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to do this. Let me open the notes.
I was about to volunteer.
Alien, you rock my world. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm gonna just kind of go off of what we know happened and then vaguely kind of fill in the gaps.
Go for it.
So yeah, we all get together, and we're all regretful about the fact that Avros went on a date with. I was about to say Avros went on a date with Baron. Oh no!
I was about to turn my head like, wait a minute, was I going last session?
Leave in the draft. Okay.
That's a CC. That's a cute couple.
Oh,
I don't think
we know
Baron is
Baron
Avros's
never.
type.
I don't think Avros is Baron's type.
Yeah.
He's not a pretty lady, first off.
He's not a
I don't
pretty
think
goblin.
pretty is part of it.
He's not a goblin.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. Oh no, I accidentally clicked a button on my computer. Go away.
Emma's
Okay.
computer leaves the room.
Force quit. My computer has left the chat. Avros just absolutely chows down on food. I unveil my masterpiece cake. Me, not Jade, me. Jade unveils the masterpiece cake that he made and then bestows all the cakes upon to the recipients. And then Avros just keeps eating. Just imagine that's what he's doing the whole session. Everything's a bit sus, considering, we got a 1 carat diamond from a 1,000K. No, 1K diamond from the, I can't speak, bakery, but hey. It's neat.
Can you imagine if you actually paid 1,000 gold and you got it appraised elsewhere and it turned out to be a 1 million gold worth diamond? Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Yes, I can. It'd be pink. First off, Lily taught me that.
True. Yeah.
Tamar eats his cupcake, and then Jade eats some cupcake. And then Avros eats some cupcake, and Sapphire Man looks between these 3 gospels and chooses violence, smashing cupcake into his face, akin to Avros. And Avros is overjoyed, and everybody else just wept in the corner. Jade wept. But hey, he's becoming a free thinker, and we can all support that. And Driti, whilst enjoying the antics, notices Ilaria watching and goes and has a little chat with her, just checks in, a little wellness chat. No, she's not doing okay, but that's just kind of normal for us. We're all broken in our own ways, that's very true. She apologizes for the baggage. She feels like she's lacking in closure, and Driti asks if she would like some catharsis in the format of some drinks and dance, which Ilaria agrees, and that's great. We all kind of want to do that. So we're all on board, and we all decide to have a little outing together. And Sapphire Man makes more life choices that cause Jade to weep, but he does not stop him because that would be counterproductive to what Jade wants for Sapphire Man. We head down into Tora to go to a cool dive bar, and then we bump into who. It's Core. Now Core is having a really good time with his really eloquent, talkative date.
Core has made an important decision.
Interesting.
That I will bring in later.
Cool. I'm terrified and intrigued. And we all end up at something called the Crusted Sultana, which is the dive bar I mentioned earlier. And Core realizes, Core's date realizes we know Core and goes and hangs out. But you see, by this point, Core is already a kind of floppy mess. And it's just kind of like, those like slinky things outside of car washes that are just like, woo! That's how I imagined him the whole time. Just like, yee!
That's a whole ass vibe.
And Core is just kind of like, and I think that's just pretty much it for that. We do the bevs. Ilaria makes things fun with Core and Brutus, who is the name of our slinky friend. Woo, dude. Yes. Driti suggests they find another bar, but then everyone decides to stay anyway. We don't have to pay for anything. Thanks, Brutus. Woo, woo, woo. And Core's like to Brutus, I hope you don't fall, and shoves him in a booth. That's my phrase of the day, apparently. That's my TikTok sound of the day.
Crying.
I
forgot about all this.
Yeah. Lots of drinking. Driti does eventually lesser restoration. Tamar and Slinky Man. And we're all sort of feeling in a little bit more in our brains. Ilaria has one of those flaming drinks, and she can hold her liquor as we knew she could, and we simp even harder every day. Brutus is just really laying it on thick and flirting with Core. It's neat. Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
Hey.
Just cringing internally and externally.
Yeah.
I need to say on record, for any of Thomas's fan people, flirting with Thomas is like flirting with my brother, and I think Thomas feels the exact same way. And this is not going to continue to happen because I almost cried.
Sweet home Alabama.
Oh no!
I'm going to go and heat myself off a balcony.
Please don't, Quinny.
There's a balcony just like right there. It'd be really convenient. But no, I'm not going to do this. Core thinks it's a great idea to. We've already done that. Avros doesn't like Brutus, but I mean, we kind of saw that coming. Driti, Cake, Core, Cake, Melody. Brutus, Core. Oh. This is. I'm just reading them in my brain now. It just Brutus and Core is like watching the Titanic sink in real time, which you can do on YouTube, and I did do for I don't know why.
You know what it is like? I've thought of the perfect analogy, right?
Yeah.
So in game, the role play was like the Titanic is sinking. And then out of game, it was like that terrible flute solo cover of the song in Titanic.
Yes.
Do you mean in recorder?
Yes.
Yes, that's my favorite.
That's how it felt. Trying to do that scene.
It was very funny, but I did die a little bit.
It was funny, and I did die. Hello, I am a ghoul now. It's nice to meet you. The afterlife is pretty cool. It's
Bitch,
pretty
I'm
rad.
a ghost. Cool. So we go and play darts. Tamar's obviously goes wrong.
Oh, no.
Driti does phenomenally well, and Jade does pretty okay. All things considered. We keep an eye on Tamar, and we realise that Jade's like, you know what? Me and Tamar, we've got to have a heart-to-heart because this dude, he just reeks of self-hatred and low confidence, and we're gonna change this. Says Jade, who has a multitude of his own problems, but hey, that can't stop him trying. So
the
Jade
ode the self-hatred.
Well, before that, Jade and Driti have a little chat about Driti's childhood and her childhood friends, and then Driti like sort of confesses that one of her childhood friends who taught her how to play darts was from her hometown and who is originally from her hometown, has left the Feywild, and that's kind of part of the reason why she wanted to go off on an adventure herself and see if she could grow as a doctor. And Jade is really in awe of this amazing woman. Yes, that's a cute time for both of them. And then Jade goes off and has a chat with Tamar. Driti makes Jade a zinnia, which gives me shivers that transcend campaigns. Yes, Driti and Ilaria end up doing darts together. Tamar is doing his thing outside, like cleaning the table of all the blood from the darts that he threw. And they go out to a 3-tiered fountain that I pulled from thin air.
It was good. I liked that.
Thank you. Anyway, Jade brings up that Tamar was acting strange and having a bit of a downward trend. Jade admits that he was eavesdropping on Core and Tamar's private conversation earlier. Tamar forgives Jade for it, and Jade expresses that he can see Tamar struggling and wants to help him, and sharing those struggles might help. That was a weird sentence, but you get it. Tamar is kind of resistant to wanting to ask for help even when he needs it, because he doesn't, want to feel like he's burdening others. Jade thanks Tamar for confiding in him, and Tamar tells him that since he overheard his private conversation with Core, he felt like he could open up to him. Jade tells Tamar that he understands what he's feeling, and tells him that where he was raised, he thought he was with someone who saw him as family, and he thought they wanted the same thing. And Tamar admits that he didn't expect that, and he and Jade would relate to each other as much. And he didn't expect that Jade and himself would relate to each other as much as they do. He apologizes to Jade for all the things he had to go through. And Tamar and Jade end up just talking in circles a little. They're awkward. Of course they are. And Jade explains that sometimes he feels... sometimes some feelings seem to have healed, but then they can resurface again later. He wants to get better, and he's scared for Tamar. If he doesn't try, then he might end up like he was. And Tamar tells Jade not to be scared for him, and he'll do his best. Wow. Cute. What a little shonen anime protagonist.
I quite like all the little heart-to-hearts we had with the one-on-one character interactions.
Yeah, I like it too.
Except for the
Jade...
Brutus Core one. That's fun, but...
Quartus. No.
It's not shit.
No. Jade tells him that even though he's bad at things, it doesn't make him a burden, and he also offers to work with Tamar like he's been working with Avros. Tamar seems amenable to the idea. The longer their conversation goes, the more awkward it becomes. Of course it does, because none of them have any charisma. They can talk to each other and empathize with each other, so they feel like this conversation has been a success. Which they say quite explicitly, like, this has been good. Goodbye. Tamar Tamar asks Jade if he still has Bronze's book and asks to look at it. The book is blank, but Tamar considers that the way the pages are warped is weird. The pages seem like they're older than the book itself, and Jade walks around with the book, turning the pages in the moonlight. Under the bright lighting, he sees a strange sort of twinkling on the pages, like there's a kind of fluid trapped inside the pages that can't be seen under normal light, and the edges seem a bit singed. The effect seems like it's not necessarily magical, but the quality of the paper itself. Jade writes in the book, "I'm Jade. What does this book do?" Very imaginative. Jade gets a bit of a funky earthen smell as he gets close enough to write in the book. Jade closes the book and comes to the conclusion that it has something to do with the elemental planes, and backs up this with examples of what happened in the town of Tormalar. Jade and Tamar return to the group with this new information. Meanwhile, Driti and Ilaria have fun dart times. Ilaria misses the dartboard quite a bit, but hey, she's great, so she can do no wrong in my eyes. This just beautiful, powerful, sapphic wizard woman. Anyway.
We know who Emma's favorite NPC is.
I really like her.
That would be a fun question. Who are your guys' favorite NPCs, actually?
I mean, that's really difficult.
Thus far.
Avros makes me laugh the most.
I like Avros. I still like Freddy. A lot.
Freddy!
Sapphire Man is a mental challenge for me. Even though I like him, I'm just like every time it's like a kind of existential crisis in extreme. So for Jade at least.
My favorite NPC is Baron.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
My favorite NPC is Tiki.
Tiki.
Yeah.
Oh, wholesome.
See, I can't choose between Tamar and Avros. That just I love them both.
Yeah, I do love Tamar as well. I think he's soft. I like soft boys.
I
like Tamar and Jade. I think it's a really fun friendship dynamic.
It is. It's so sweet.
I feel very sorry for Tamar.
Tamar is a bit of a himbo, so. Yeah. So I like Avros, and I like Freddy, and a bit of a throwback.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Oliver. And Oscar a lot. I thought every interaction I had with them was always really fun and weird.
It really was fun and weird.
Yeah.
Oscar,
those are my top. No. Avros, Oliver. Nobody asked for this ranking. I'm going to continue.
What's the tier list coming from Emma?
No.
It's like, right, an S tier.
Those are all the same kind of level. Druti says it's probably fine. Driti and Ilaria have a heart-to-heart. Driti's doing better, but has a lot on her mind. Ilaria asks what Driti's goals are, and Driti drinks. Yep, makes sense. She wants to find her mother's and her little brother and kill who took them away. Again, Driti. Chef's kiss.
I will find you and I will kill you.
I will find you.
Ilaria thinks that our goals seem to intertwine with Calarel, as hers once did. Driti's other goal is keeping everyone in the party alive, which is a much more permanent goal. Ilaria suggests that if we're going to pursue Calarel, we should probably not delay too much. She offers us assistance, but she's going to be staying in the Feywild. Driti gives Ilaria her loot, which is really cute, to keep it safe for her little bro. And she does agree to take it. They thank each other for their company. Jade and Tamar come back with the book, and Jade tells the group his theory about the connection to the elemental planes. Ilaria thinks we should discuss this in the morning once we've slept. We all return to Melody's for sleep. Meanwhile, Cor, after he's done with his company, sneaks out and returns to the group. Ritus wakes as he's leaving and tells him to close the door on his way out. Cor slams it. Cor makes his way back to the rest of the group, and the night passes, and we've achieved a long rest. Boom. How was that?
That was fabulous. Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you very much for that wonderful recap. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Very good, very nice.
Always appreciate it. We can do, if you want, we can start doing a... Okay, let's discuss this now before I forget, because at the end of the session, I will most definitely forget it. Do you guys want to do a rotation for notes, or how do you want to do it from here going on forward?
Let's roll an initiative order right now, and then that can be the order forever.
Sure. Okay. And I'll say also now that if anyone is away, like if we have one person away but we're still doing the session, then I'll substitute myself in.
14.
17.
I got 14 as well.
I'll roll off then. Ready? Say no bam.
Okay,
Natural
wait.
1.
Fuck. 12. Okay, whatever.
Alright, so we've
It
got
goes
Aylin, Quinny.
Quinny, Emma, Lily.
Alright.
Lily, are you?
So everything
Yes,
okay?
I'm heartbroken. No, I have a really natural. My resting face is really sad. People ask me this all the time. I don't even.
Oh no.
realize.
You looked like there was no.
I think we were
It wasn't
horrified
like
for a moment.
sadness. It was more like that kind of like crazed expression
Yeah,
from it. And I was
that's
like, that sounds like nothing.
Alright, sweet. So that'll be the
Your
order.
eldritch side is showing.
So as of
I'm really quickly just gonna go grab my charge.
go for it. Grab that charger, charge that boy up. But okay, in that case, from next fortnight onwards, it'll be Aylin, and then we'll go Quinny, then Emma, then Lily. And if anybody's away during any one of those sessions, if we're still running it, then I'll substitute in for anybody missing on any one of those days. But that should be okay. Cool. Also, I will say in advance, but I'll go over it again later. Next session will be at normal time at 7 p.m. because I won't have a doctor's appointment. Not until next year.
Wait, can we just confirm next session is going to be on the 2nd?
That sounds...
Is it?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It will be.
Oh my
Unless
God,
that doesn't
the
work.
next time we're here, we'll be out of 2020. Fuck yeah.
So for that, I may or may not be a bit late because I'll be driving back from my road trip. So
Okay. Oh, cool.
yeah.
That should be... That should be fine. Well, you're not on recap duty next session, so it won't be too much of an issue. But we'll figure that out as we get closer to that anyway. If any changes happen, then we'll discuss that later. But anyway, you will find yourselves now comfortably asleep. If you haven't taken a long rest from your previous sessions, then please do so now, because you guys are having a long rest. I forget if you guys rolled for any encounters or not, so we're going to roll for them again, just for fun stuff. So,
I did roll.
Oh, did you roll?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Just scores.
Oh, we did too. Yeah, okay.
In the early morning.
So, Core, I'm guessing you're making it back in that case to where the others are
Comes
sleeping
back
as well?
with the morning stars was the last line of the thing, so I think he might have already arrived.
Alright, so Core, you arrive. Baron, where would you have been during the nighttime? Now, I know that you left off with... You were with Melody.
I had a really nice time with my date.
Wholesome.
And I was
I approve of that description. Let's just leave it at that. And
We
say
don't need any more.
I
Not
was
a
just thinking about how well the date went.
That's
Cool.
great.
Okay.
roll for me an
And say,
intelligence check really quickly as well.
All right.
oh no. Oh no.
Just 'cause-
Oh, no.
Fuck yeah! I got a nat 20, bitch. I'm
Okay.
smart today.
In that case, you are fully aware that you, well, at least when you were role-playing in the last session that you were in, that you hadn't yet given the clock to Melody. Would you have done that at some point off-screen?
What's the clock?
The one that you bartered for.
Oh yeah.
I think it's-
Yes, I have given that to her.
Okay, cool. In that case, you would have gotten something cool in return, actually, as you return back to the others.
Oh
Don't
no.
reward Baron for this behaviour. No.
Well, this is something I randomly rolled before the session started, but
He's too old to change.
you can choose to either, share this with the group if you'd like to, but you would have
Okay.
gotten a special item. But I need you to roll for me a D100 first of all,
Okay, 1 sec.
as you make your way back.
62.
62. Okay.
As you're making your way downtown, walking.
All right. Let me tell you what you got.
Thank you.
Homebound.
That was 3 interpretations, 3 genres even.
I suppose 4 if you count my head bobs.
4 genres.
All right. You get a cool homebrew item,
Uh-oh.
which isn't super powerful. Oh my god, my pen is leaking everywhere. Let me just get a tissue.
Oh no.
This is the fun part of having a fountain pen, is it leaks all the time.
Is it a labby pen?
It is, yeah, but it's just like,
Oh.
it's got a lot of ink. I just put in a fresh cartridge, so it's just like, I can't hold all the ink. It's going everywhere.
No.
But you're right.
Overloaded it.
But anyway,
It's
okay.
too powerful.
You get the Monocle of Investigation, which is kind of what it sounds like. It's just a monocle that you can equip, and once equipped, it gives you a +1 to any investigation roll, as long as you have it equipped. However, while you do have it equipped, you cannot dash. That's it.
Okay, that's a homebrew item.
That is a homebrew item, so I can either describe that for you again later, or but I'll type it in the thing later on. So.
Yeah, could you?
I like that you can't dash because it's like, oh, you can't help but stop and expect everything.
But it's investigation. I have my eagle sunglasses for perception.
True.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you can equip if you have both at the same time.
Double glasses.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, one for each eye.
You could you? I mean, if you could feasibly hold it on your face, I would say sure. I mean, you've got like glasses, so you could use that to like hold the monocle in it.
No.
I could.
Which would look interesting.
You know what? Who cares? Let's just do it because Baron already looks like a meme. Doesn't matter.
You sound dejected, but that's entirely your own doing.
Exactly.
You're gonna get queried about what the hell went on. But anyway, okay. In that case, Baron, you would have woken up maybe earlier than the rest of the people. The public. You would have woken up earlier than the average person in the Feywild. And one thing you would have noticed before returning to the to everybody else, which you would have been close by, is that Melody is no longer with you.
Yeah.
She has passed away. No, she has to.
Oh, big rip.
I mean, I would too.
That's really funny. That's really fucking dark and good. I think you should do that.
You know what? Let's just go with it because that came to me in the moment.
Oh my god!
You wake up.
She just died.
You wake up. She
Oh,
is lying next to you.
Wow.
Peaceful. You haven't seen such peace.
What did you do there?
Wait, I didn't sign up for this.
I'm so...
I appreciate all of the influences that Emma's had on this campaign, actually. They've been pretty wonderful. First the fountain, which was beautiful, and now my joke, which didn't really take that much convincing, to be honest. Emma was just like, that's funny. I was like, okay, it's in canon. You've got me.
I am on.
So she's lying down beside you, Baron. If you'd like to investigate, it's going to be a little bit easier.
I would like to use my monocle.
Alright, roll for me an investigation check. And then
Hell
after,
yeah.
after you've calculated it, add +1 to whatever you roll.
Okay. 17.
17? You look her up and down. This is the Melody that you were with just a few hours ago. And she is a lot less lively. And you could have sworn that she was snoring when she went to sleep originally, you know?
Oh my god, Baron rolled on her when he was sleeping. Because she's a
No.
goblin, he crushed her.
And it seems like, thinking back on it, she was quite elderly and ancient for a goblin. The oldest you've ever seen up to that point. But she looks at peace at the moment. What you gain from investigation. Yes, Ayla.
Is Baron gonna get arrested for doing an accidental murder?
Yeah, I know, right? Did I murder her?
Who knows? That's for you guys
This
to find
is the
out.
side plot you've brought upon yourself, Thomas. You derailed your own campaign.
Yeah.
Look at it.
This was not on my doing.
I love how like we do the recap, the train is like on the tracks, and I'm just like, alright, knocks it off.
Yeah,
Alright.
how do I screw things
Not
up
in my
today?
game.
Meta plot. No.
You know what's funny?
This bullshit instead.
Since the last session, I'll show you guys something funny just for fun. Last session, okay, I'm gonna briefly show this. Okay, these are the notes for like last session. That's like 1 page of them, right? But we didn't get through like any of them. So for this session, the notes look like this. Because I figured we didn't actually change locations. So yeah.
We didn't even use any of the possible, 9 maps?
Yeah, they're all, I mean, I have like, from a distance, you won't be able to see what this says, but like, oh, look at that. Isn't that a cool diagram? You can't see what it says though. So this stuff.
I think it's neat.
So I figured like, you know what? I've got my doctor's appointment, I'm just gonna chill. But anyway, okay, Baron, you hear sirens in the distance. Okay, so that's what you gather from your investigation. shortly thereafter. How do you proceed?
How do you proceed, Baron?
I don't know. I
love this for some reason.
I decide to slap myself.
Okay, roll for me an attack roll.
What? Sure.
You don't actually have to. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Unless you really do want to damage yourself, in which case I'll just let you, I guess.
I would really prefer not to, if that's okay.
That's definitely okay. But only this one time.
I would prefer.
I don't know. Fuck.
Damage myself.
I prefer.
So in other words, here, I've been kind of using flowery language to get around it, but she has died. She is dead. She was alive when you last saw her, and now you've woken up, and she has kicked the existential bucket.
The bucket.
I decide to... Okay.
She's been bucketed.
I call the others over. I'm like, what's this?
You are alone in this room.
Okay. I'm gonna say you probably remember. This is like a sort of an offshoot of where the grocery kind of area is, like that shop where everybody else is sleeping in like a guest room. This is like down like a hallway, a little bit further down. You're gonna have to walk outside the room and leave her chilling. But
Make your getaway, Baron.
Yep.
There's a nice view into the landscape. You can see outside the daytime night sky lighting up somewhat the surroundings outside the tree.
Yes.
But you can go get the others if you like. Are you gonna leave Melody there on the bed?
I shove her into my. I shove her in.
You know what? Okay, there was like, it wasn't gonna be certain if you were gonna get arrested or not, but now you probably will be if anything comes up. But okay, yeah, you want to shove this slightly stiffer old lady into your hat?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. She's dead, so she's not gonna put up much of a fight. So you can do this with relative ease. Relative ease.
Yes.
And you've acquired one, open parentheses, numeral 1, close parentheses, entire dead old lady in your back. I was gonna say back, in your hand.
Oh my god.
And as you do this, carrying over your investigation, you do note that there are no visible injuries to Melody's person. So it doesn't seem like she was killed in the nighttime by anything necessarily, or at least not by any sort of visible physical wound that you can see.
Yes.
But okay, you walk to the others. At this point, everybody else, I would say that you probably wake up as well. Unless there's anybody waking up way earlier or way later. I'm going to say Avros is probably sleeping in if nobody's going to wake him. But everybody else is pretty much up and about.
I would announce my presence.
How do you announce it?
Yep.
By kicking down the door.
Okay, roll for me a strength check.
Okay. Ooh, I think it's a -1, so it's a 15.
15? You knock it off its hinges. It's kind of an old door. Hinges probably in need of some repair. You break it down with relative... It looks like you do it in a way where it looks like you put very little effort into it. You make it look graceful.
I stick my head in and shoots for sparks. Aloha.
Tamara looks at you. Was that really necessary?
Yeah.
What was that little performance for, Jade?
Also, I think Druidy's already up and she's just like rebraiding her hair because it's just so long.
I was so not expecting that voice to come out of Jade.
I know.
What was that little performance for?
I think Jade is kind of looking like a little bit Rapunzel at the festival right now with his hair because it's got like blooming like vines and stuff. So he's probably gonna like go up to Drudy and be like, "Can you do mine? Thank you." Oh, hey, cool.
Hey, why is nobody screaming? That was great.
Well, I'm just asking if it was necessary, but
I'm very used to it. But let me applaud you.
Thank you. Corda's very deep as.
Come and sit in front of me, and I'll try your hair, we can make a train.
I think I'm going to help the poor old lady fix this
I was
door.
talking to Cole.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
You have no hair.
Okay, I have a little bit.
Jade,
More spread out than just on my head, but yeah.
What could I do?
You could just cut it. I don't know. I feel like that would be fun.
Yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do whatever you want, Jade. I'm feeling experimental. I am a new person today.
Is this real, or
is this just fantasy?
No one did. I mean.
Okay.
No, it's paper reality.
Give me a moment whilst Jade sits with Core.
All right.
You can change it if he doesn't like it.
As you're sitting with Core, and you are doing your checks that you desire, Baron, you bust in.
Yes, I bust in.
How are you making your presence known?
I'm like, guys, I think I killed a person.
Jade has like cut one strand and is just like, what? And so there's like a little chunk out of Core's hair.
An enemy.
Jade, if you stop right now, I will fight you.
Guys, I think I killed a person.
Oh, who did you kill? Baron.
I killed. I don't know, this old goblin lady that I was having a day with. I don't know what's wrong with her.
Do you not even remember her name? The lady you were having dates with?
I think her name was Harmony or something.
Oh my god. We're starting this session off strong.
Harmony or something. I mean, look, you're not wrong.
Alaria,
really respect the women there, Baron. You really respect them.
We have a problem.
I can see that, or at least I can hear it. Baron, what happened to Melody?
I don't know. She just, I just woke up and she was dead.
That's a rather blunt way
to put her there, or
right.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I killed her.
How did you kill her? What happened?
I don't know. Can someone just inspect this body for me? I don't know. I kind of just panicked and I just brought the body with me.
You brought the body with you?
Oh my
I don't know because
I do not know this man. We have no connection.
Because I was really confused.
Are established.
I was confused and all, and I didn't know what to do.
Why would you? Okay, moving the body is probably not a great idea. I will admit that. Where did you find Melody, and where did you move her from?
I moved her from next to me.
Which was where? Where did you, like, on the ground? Was it on the bed?
It was.
I don't think about that.
It was on the bed.
I think about many things, but I really don't think about that.
Let's put her back first.
What? Why?
There.
But she's
dead.
dead.
Eat breakfast now.
Well, I think it might be a good idea to investigate the body a little bit to see if we can figure out what the cause of death might have been.
Okay. All right. I'll put her back.
Right, I'll come with you. If anybody else would like to.
No,
Alright,
I'll be over with Baron if anybody needs me for anything.
Trudy, I don't want to go. I will go.
And you will hate every minute of it.
Yes.
For Trudy, thank you. I
think
you
two have a nice time cutting the hair and not thinking about terrible things.
We will.
Always.
Tamara looks at you.
Okay, so I tried to find the best example of what I was thinking of.
Ooh.
I think I've got it, but there were two. I was looking at two, and like it's very simple actually. It's just a very
Jade's found his calling.
Sort of shoulder length kind of like I wanted something that had like a bit of volume to it because I know that
you're cutting off like 2 tons of hair. His hair is so long.
I know that Core's hair is like a. I can understand that. I can respect it. So I wanted something that would look good if it was like this length and could poof a bit. So I went, and then I tell Court, just turn around for a quick moment, and I take 2 strands at the front and I start just playing with them. Wait.
Aww. Oh, that works really well.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's consistent with Core's current, like, sort of like, braiding as well. I like that.
And like it's like Jade does this style, but it's actually just quite a simple cut, so it could be anything if you don't like it.
Cora's a fan. He's like, huh. Good taste, Jade. I like this.
I tried.
You look wonderful, Cora.
Who was that? Tamara.
Sorry, I knew it was Tamara, but I just
I was gonna say.
If it was Aris, he would have been, you look wonderful, Cora.
I was gonna say, I was like, yeah, I think Core's like Avros, then he looks at Tamara, he's like, is that a compliment for me?
Yes. I'm trying to incorporate them more.
Say it again.
It again. That was a joke.
Oh, come on.
Judy's not there, but she would have laughed at that.
Cole starts tearing up, please.
I think your hair looks nice.
Yes. The tears are immediately gone.
Okay. That's my quota for the week. Where is Avros, by the way? He usually showers you with compliments.
Avros!
I heard that he usually showers with you.
I heard he usually showers with you. Don't ask me how I heard this. You hear a distant snoring.
In his sleep, Avros says, I shower with Cole.
That's
how we know. Cole, get back in the shower.
Guys.
This is it. This is Emma's going.
Comfortable.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Can either one of you make it sound like we're making food?
Yeah?
Okay, go for it.
What kind of food, though? There's, like, so many.
Well, what kind of food is Avros like? I feel like maybe I should just go wake him, actually. I'm thinking.
Great British Bake Off. I can do some, like, posh accents, put the smell of cake in the air.
What is British?
What is British?
I don't know. I just saw through, like, 4 universes there.
4 years. We know exactly how far removed we are from the real world. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's just fact.
I quite like the idea of baking, I think.
All right.
That results in cakes and that sort of thing, right?
Oh yeah, he loves strawberry shortcake. Like
you hear a thump from the other room. Ow! And a door open. Do my ears deceive me? They twinkled, and I came to. I awoke from my slumber. Or was I fooled? Is there no baking here? Cora, how could you do this?
I think you were dreaming, Ambrose.
Oh, I do
I'm a
have
dreamer.
one thing.
That's what I do.
You have one thing.
Yes. I want to go to the cake and present the lollipop to Cor.
Aha! Cor takes the lollipop.
I got this for you as a gift because I thought you would like it. And
I like it very much. Cor's like already digging the diamond. I was like, I wonder how heavy this is. He sticks the lollipop in his mouth.
Oh, there you go. That's kind of what I was imagining.
Ooh.
There you go.
Are there more lollipops over there?
No,
I don't think you
got
deserve a lollipop.
Why not? I think I've been quite a fabulous help up to this point. No.
Name 3 ways in which you have helped.
I have fought off the evildoers. In our tracks, I have staved off hunger. And I have provided us with a delicate healing service. No? Of course.
I think you ate our healing biscuits, which actually, we should probably take that off your list.
Oh, we had plenty to go around. I was merely testing them for poison. You never know.
You ate like 70 of them.
I was testing each one
70.
individually,
Healing.
irrespective of the lot, to make sure they weren't poisonous. And the ones that I ate were perfectly fine. Wonderfully fine. I should really thank Ilaria. Where is Ilaria?
You don't want to go in there. They're talking about Baron's hookup. It ended badly.
How badly? Did she die?
Yeah.
Did she actually die?
She's an old lady.
Passed
Oh my
away.
God.
Rule number 1, not old ladies.
What on earth did Baron do?
Make Corsa to pass away. That's all we need to know.
Okay, I won't be getting myself involved in that. I'm guessing that's where Rudriti has disappeared off to as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This is actually really great because I wanted to make an announcement. I personally have decided
Yes.
to stop.
Uh-huh.
Okay, get this. Because I was so disgusted by my good tall friend.
As was I.
He was very tall. I have decided to no longer hook up with strangers
Oh,
for the time being. This is a probation period.
a probation period of how long?
Yeah, I don't know.
I quite like
See how
this.
long ago.
Does that mean we're gonna have more outings together?
I will make Core just like I'll make an effort.
Oh, we can bake even more cake. We can make biscuits to make up for the ones that I ate, of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This
We'll
is very new for me.
Okay.
But I believe at the age of 50 whatever, I should be moving on with my life.
That's fair. Core, I applaud you.
Thank you.
You've
Thank
done
you.
a
I
wonderful
don't feel
thing.
so good about this, but I'm sure I will eventually. I think it's just like the addiction period wearing off.
That's fair enough. I think it was quite a problem. And I did see Brutus. And
Yeah, but he was really tall. Mm.
yes, he was. I did see that, yes.
Jade
Look, I can
stands
wear
up
heels
and
if that's what you
gets
really
Mark
need,
back
Core.
Avros,
Yes.
Jade, Tamar,
Yes.
I like all of you at least twice the amount.
Well, that makes the one of us.
There we go. Hey, who do you not like twice the amount?
I don't like myself that much. But I'm dealing with
Aw.
it. In healthy ways.
Jade wants to just kind of like pick up onto his heels and like loom Tamar as much as he can. I know he's shorter, but he can still loom. And
I think Tamar's taller than Jade.
I no, as in like I know that Jade is shorter, but he still has the power to loom.
I feel your
By
presence.
pure energy alone. And he's going to just loom over Tamar and be like, do not forget what we discussed.
You're not going to hit me, are you? I feel a great energy radiating
No.
from your core.
No.
Not from this core, but
There is great energy radiating from me, though.
This is true.
that is true.
I am referring to the fact that we had a very deep conversation about not being.
You see, I am fundamentally changing myself.
Yes.
Tamar,
Yes.
it is time.
Well, I figure the first
Yes.
way to approach the problem is to confront it. So
Mhm.
Why do you hate yourself?
I don't
That's
hate
deep.
myself necessarily. I don't think.
You just said
Okay, why do you strongly dislike yourself?
Okay, that's a little bit
Yes.
better. I like the sound of that. I'm not quite sure. I think I'm incompetent
that. Yes.
in almost
But
every
that's
facet.
not a reason to hate self.
Well,
We have offered
Jade.
you help.
Jade, people say I'm not very empathetic, but that was harsh.
We had a talk yesterday.
we did.
You had a talk. How did that end? In tears?
No, we I think it was quite fruitful. What do you think, Tamar?
A lot of fruits. Yes.
Yes.
I think it was fruitful.
But you
There are
still
ways
strongly
in
dislike
which-
yourself.
Yes, but less over time.
Okay.
But
There
I
are
think
ways in
bake.
which we are incompetent. I think there are ways in which we all are, but we can bridge those gaps
Yes.
together.
I think I
Wait.
value myself a lot based on my usefulness. So I think I need to find new uses, I guess.
I was going to list all your uses. One of them is that you can bake, which is Avros. That's a very important skill, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm a little bit flustered, actually. Yeah, I could really use some food.
Yeah, this dude got the munchies. What else? How about over breakfast? We think of qualities that Tamar has, and we come out with them.
This sounds kind of like a therapy session of some sort.
No. It's a positive reinforcement session.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
If that's what you desire, Core.
Yes.
Okay.
Brunch.
Tomorrow
Let's
looks
just
over.
leave them to it. Let's go make some breakfast, get some brunch.
Let's
I
go
don't want to
brunch.
be anywhere near this whole barren old lady
Yeah.
situation. In fact,
Shall I grab some? I mean, if she has passed on into the other world, does that mean anything goes as far as the fruit stand is concerned? I mean, I'm just asking. You know, I was just looking.
Avros. No.
Yes.
No. That's just wait at least 4 hours.
But it's going to go. It's going to go
Morning
off.
period.
Just let the morning. Just let the actual morning pass.
Okay, can I just be
And then
near
we
the
can
fruit,
Come back.
near the apples?
We'll
sure
go
that
to a
brunch place is
bakery,
nearby.
Avros.
Okay, we'll go to. We can.
Refined sugar.
Yes, it is. It is nice. Refined sugar. Sorry, I'm daydreaming a little bit.
Let's leave.
Let's go.
2 or 3 apples. We just need some rations for our adventures. You know, we don't know where we're going to be
Course
going.
smacks his lollipop against Avros's cheek. Come on, we're leaving.
Yep. If he doesn't move, I'm going to pick him up.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go. And you all head off to a bakery someplace within the tree tower. Meanwhile,
Do I get a diamond now?
You do.
Yeah, you have 1,000 gold's worth of
You have a
diamond
1,000
from
GP
me.
diamond that you have
Let me
now
just-
excavated from the
Let me
lollipop.
just add that to my... Thanks, Jade.
I'm gonna say that
That's
canon
nice
in
of you.
universe, the way to get it out of that lollipop would have been to like lick all the way through to the center.
Yeah.
But okay. As you do that, and as you venture forth into the wild unknown of the inside of the Tree of Tora, we're gonna cut over to Verdridi, Ilaria, Baron, and Melody. May she rest in peace. How are you all doing?
An X melody.
Yes.
X Melody. Once a Melody. Alright, Baron. What are you doing?
Yes.
How are you handling the situation? You've got Melody on your person, in a way. So how are you going about this?
I'm like, can you guys tell me what's wrong?
Yes, okay, just pop her onto the bed and I can...
Okay,
I can't do
okay.
much, but Verdridi might be able to help a lot more than I can, necessarily.
Retreating, can you please help me? I have no idea what's happening.
You have to put the body back. And
Okay,
then
okay.
we will see it.
Okay. And I'd dump her out of my body bag.
I love how it's a hat and you call it body bag. Alright,
Oh, yes, I mean hat.
she
Yes, that.
She pops back out and flops onto the bed, lifeless. As you kind of watch her there. Verdridi, you look her over, and I want you to roll for me a medicine check as you do so.
Yep. Nice. 18 plus 8, 26.
26. Ooh, okay, you are inspecting. And you've seen this many times before in your career. It's fairly straightforward. Looking over her body closely, you immediately gather that it looks like she wasn't victim of any sort of assault or anything like that. It doesn't look like she was hit by any sort of weapon or physically damaged in any sort of way. She looks in perfect condition, in a way, aside from the fact that she's not conscious. Going over her further, with your medical expertise, you can quickly rule out most forms of death, but you do eventually, I think, realize...
Poison?
Well... As you expect.
Asphyxiation?
Asphyxiation. Poison asphyxiation.
God,
All of the above. No.
Okay, that's not
No,
what...
okay. You, okay,
It was more of the lines of only dreams now, aka with like a pillow, okay? Not like anything else.
Yeah.
Don't...
So, you're looking over her, and you're ruling out quite a lot of forms of death. But you do feel like something odd on her person, underneath her shirt. On her torso.
Okay.
Just kind of odd. It feels like a sort of a hard circular shape. Aside from that, it seems like maybe she possibly died from... It's hard to exactly rule
It's
out
her
most things,
pacemaker.
I think you would... Well, since you mentioned it, I'll give it to you. And you rolled very highly. Asphyxiation does seem like it could have been a cause of murder. And as you pull her shirt up to inspect what on earth the lump is, you do find something that you haven't seen in quite a while, in quite a few sessions. A very mint gold piece sitting atop her torso.
Actually, I don't think Dridi's ever seen these.
Actually, yeah, Verdridi would have never seen these before, ever.
No.
Neither would have Ilaria, so... It's a bit of an odd sight. But as you do see it there, it does strike you as kind of peculiar. And since you're kind of inspecting, you know, you're doing medicinal checks and all that sort of stuff, you do inspect the coin as well. And I'll let you roll an investigation check with advantage to have a look at it.
Okay. Not bad. And slightly better. I rolled a 14 and a 15.
14, 15. Nice.
Plus 7. And I'm just going to open my calculator now. There we go. 22.
22. Nice. Alright. This coin, and you've seen quite a few coins in your time, this coin is very, very... in very well-kept condition. This is kind of the coin that you'd only really see if you visited like a royal mint or a bank or something like that carried currency fresh from wherever it's produced without it having been through the hands of many merchants and that sort of thing, which strikes you as more than just a little odd. But outside of that, it seems like nothing much else. Maybe asphyxiation, if not asphyxiation, because we can't rule it completely down to that. and there aren't a whole lot of marks or anything like that. It seems like it's either old age or that. Yes.
Okay. I because we now have Scarlet with us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pen a note that says there has been a death in the city, and send Scarlet to go send that message to Tutan.
Tutan. That's hard to say.
Yes.
All right. You pen the note, and you give it to Scarlet. Scarlet seems like she understands the instructions that you give. She looks at the note pretty thoroughly before actually taking it herself, and then she flies off into the city and upwards. And you don't see her as she disappears up into the upper floors.
She would have said like the when and like the where and the when and like
Yeah, I'm assuming that's
not just. There we go.
Tutan. Just find him. He's somewhere. It's like, where's Wally? But given that you're giving all the relevant information to Scarlet, she'd be able to do that. She's after all highly trained and ultra fast, so she makes her speedy way through the city, and she's disappeared. So for the time being, she's not here. You're assuming that she's delivered the message or is on her way to delivering it, and there's maybe a message coming back or somebody's coming down here.
Yeah.
But that's as much as you realize from all this. Baron!
Yes.
You probably do recognize the coin, but I don't think you need to roll necessarily an investigation check, because this is something that like ties into like your history as a character. But I will get you to roll an intelligence check with advantage for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 1 sec.
Or actually, if you want, you can roll an investigation with advantage plus your monocle if you've got it. Your choice. Either one of the two is fine by me.
11.
11? Yeah, it's higher than the very low DC that I've set. So I think you would, after a little bit of pondering, thinking about like, why on earth is there a coin on her torso, realize that, oh shit, that coin looks kind of new. Kind of like the coins that Calorel left behind whenever he committed any sort of murder himself personally. Or that he
Actually have
before.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Can I cast Detect Poison?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I would like to ritual cast Detect Poison and Disease while we are waiting on a reply.
Okay. And I'm guessing you're casting this on the dead body.
Yeah.
Just checking. As you cast it, you don't detect anything abnormal. Indicating that if there was a murder that happened, it probably was something that was entirely physical. No poison or anything like that involved. You don't get any sort of magical radiance off of her either. Which seems to indicate that...
What about disease?
Oh, disease?
Yeah, detect poison and disease.
I don't think any diseases would have been present necessarily. I don't think Melody was suffering from anything. Or at the time of her death either. Aside from just being ungodly old for whatever reason. I mean, far, far older than most goblins ever live.
Well, Baron, you have not murdered her. So that is a comfort for you, I assume.
Unless he was the one who asphyxiated. Just snuffed her out and pretended to. Alaria looks at you. So, what happened? If you know.
As far as I can tell, it seems to be, other than this strange coin, it seems to be she's just died.
Maybe old age in that case. I always thought it strange that she was so old for, well, a goblin, really. And so...
So you say I didn't kill her?
It seems
no,
like...
you just woke up next to a dead body. That is all.
Did anything happen between the two of you leading up to this?
I mean, I was just on a date with this lovely lady, and I bought her a clock, and she gave me this monocle, and I don't know.
Well, maybe it was just her time in that case. I'm really sorry, Baron, that you had to go through that, but I hope that at least your last memories with her were nice.
I mean, we had some very frankly disgusting food, but her company was very nice. So I'm very upset.
I'm sorry, Baron. I'll leave you two for the time being if you need to wait here a moment, but I think we should probably wait around, or at least I'll wait around the premises.
If you would wait for Tutan.
Oh, is that who you wrote the message to?
Yes, he should be arriving whenever,
Okay.
or perhaps sending a message for Scarlet.
Okay.
But you can tell him that it appears to be natural.
Right, I will wait here in that case. And at that point, you do hear a as Scarlet flies back. But there is something that catches your eye that seems a bit odd. At first glance, it looks like there's a note attached to Scarlet on her way back, which seems apt. Maybe Tutan has written back. But it's a very familiar looking note, and as Scarlet comes back, she looks at you with a crooked head, and it looks like the message that she's brought back was not delivered. Alara looks at you. Is that the same message that you just wrote?
It would appear so.
It's rather odd. Scarlet would never fail to deliver a message this close by. I'm gonna go check up on where I think Tutan would be.
No.
What are you thinking?
That is not safe.
Why not? And I'm gonna get Ilaria to roll something, actually. Hold on. She's totally clueless.
Yeah.
I will trust your word. I don't know what's going on.
If she does not deliver a message, my assumption is that whoever is the recipient is gone.
Or at least unreachable in some way. Uh-oh, Baron. Baron, welcome back. I didn't see you disappear from him there.
Oh.
Where did Baron go? He keeps disappearing.
Baron casts blink on himself.
Well, while we're having this discussion, since Baron has disappeared, in order to not lose any information, we can come back to this in just a moment. We'll cut back to the others very briefly. Sorry for the sudden abrupt shift. Hello guys, how's it going? Alright.
Hey.
So, y'all are heading out to a bakery, was it? With Avros in tow. And Tamar.
Yeah, we go for brunch. The squad.
Alright. You guys are squatting up, heading out for brunch. You find a bakery pretty quickly, full of sweets and delicacies, as far as the eye can see. Well, it's just as far as the single store stretches. But you manage to find a pretty nice one that serves all kinds of wonderful things. And it immediately catches Avros' eye. He doesn't even have to blink for a moment before he realizes that it's in sight, and he hastens his pace just a little bit. You notice that he's like making a little bit more of an effort to reach the destination a little bit faster than is necessary. As he starts to pace.
I have a conspiracy theory for why Avros is so hungry. I'll tell the others this as we walk. I think that Avros is particularly susceptible to fave food. I don't know. I'm kind of used to it. Jade's a statue. Tamar is very particular to his own home cooking. I think Avros is a bit charmed.
Or he has a tapeworm.
I don't think he has tapeworm, Jade. How do you know what tapeworms are? What kind of books have you been reading?
I read a lot in the temple.
Yeah.
That was basically all there was to do, except for spar with my mentor.
Okay. Do you, out of curiosity, as a statue, do you experience problems with tapeworms as well, or is that not a concern? Okay.
No, I have moss problems.
I don't know why you find that so funny, but I hope your moss problems are taken care of.
Sometimes small birds nest on me.
This is kind of adorable, actually. I don't know if I would consider that much of a problem.
I'm a little bit disturbed.
There's a little tweet from Jade's head.
Just out of case. Jade,
an entire ecosystem.
Are you housing some birds or something along those lines?
I'm very clean. Don't get me wrong. It's just statue things. If you stand still for too long, then they just kind of approach you.
Well, speaking of standing still for too long, where did we leave Sapphire Man again?
Oh, he's back in the greengrocer.
Okay.
Probably just sleeping.
I didn't see him
He's back in
sleeping
the
anywhere there.
greengrocers.
But I'll take your word for it.
Wait, no, he did come back with us, right, Thomas? Jade would have made sure.
Yeah, you saw him in the main lobby in the corner, but Tamara didn't necessarily.
Okay.
Okay.
Checking there wasn't a conspiracy there.
Maybe there would have been. I didn't notice Sapphire Man, but okay, I guess his presence isn't very. He's not very impressionable at times. I think.
You don't notice a lot.
Yeah, it's fair.
Sorry, that was quite rude.
But you can work on that skill.
Yeah.
And he's gonna roll perception to see what he can see around the area.
Cool, that was really supportive actually when you went, yeah, I liked that.
Yeah. I'm really trying to channel my enthusiasm.
I can
think
see
this
they
is- I
have
think this is a good
4
one.
Danishes in the window from here. Or is that 5?
Can I do a perception check? Do they have 4 Danishes?
Roll a perception check.
I don't have
Can
my
I do one
finger
as
open.
well?
Yeah, you can do one as well.
There is nothing in that window. You are seeing things. You illusory
guys.
monster.
Am I really?
I'm pretty sure I got a 12.
12?
I got. Oh wait, I got an 11. So maybe
you
I
both
didn't have-
rolled higher than Tamara.
I got a 12 too, actually. Sorry, perception. So I have a +7.
So we kind of know what's going on.
We're like, that's actually
Yeah.
fine.
I don't want All-Star right now.
There's
Oh,
more
there we
like from your rolls. I would say that you both succeed.
Sorry,
And
Laurent.
you see the amount of Danishes to the
Oh.
correct number, and there are about. It's more like 28 in the window.
Oh.
Tamar, that's just cross-perceptive off your list of qualities.
Maybe that.
We
Wait,
can
I
see
think
if
there's
we're good-
another
We
shelf.
can also cross maths and arithmetic off as well.
Maybe there's like 8. I think there's 2 shelves. I thought there was just 1. Is that another shelf? Okay, wait. What's the?
You might be better off closing your eyes and letting your other senses guide you.
All right, I'll try it.
Smell the Danishes.
Oh, and you hear him as he
No.
bumps into a post nearby as he makes his way over. Oh, my knee.
Jeez.
I apologize. That was poor advice.
Okay, it's all right. I learned a lesson.
Did you?
To take some of your advice a little less at face value, I think. It's also kind of a joke, but also kind of true because I
think
hit my
a
knee.
lot of people forget that I learnt everything I know literally within the space of 6 months, mostly from core. So
That's fair.
my advice, whilst good, is also somewhat questionable.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
quite proud of my parenting skills. I think Jay turned out great.
Oh no.
He has my eyes.
Well, you're not my parent.
are you
That was
Jay's
a
parent?
joke.
Oh, well. Good
I don't
one.
understand what parents
Uh-huh.
is.
I have explained it to you many times,
I
Jay.
know, it's just a struggle.
As you
We are not biologically related.
We are best friends.
I like how ominous that sounded. But we are. Best friends.
Best friends. Jade looks a little bit hopeful.
Oh,
That'll work.
wholesome. Well, as you hopefully scan your horizons as you look over, you may have at this point noticed that Avarice has already decreased the total number of Danishes viewable in the window.
Wonderful.
And he is...
Is he just sitting in the window, just like...
Yeah, he's got like little... You know how like some bakeries have like those little tables that you can sit at that are like, yeah, people don't usually sit at bakeries, but these ones have like little booths where you can like sit with people to have like a brunch or something. He's there. He's already got a selection of foods to eat from, and he is having the time of his life. You see him in the windowsill, or in the window. Just...
Is Amorous cultivating like a big food baby at this point?
It's growing.
How pudgy is he?
Yeah, how pudgy has Amorous gotten?
He was a little pudgy leading up to it, but his adventures in the Feywild and his lack of commitment to Jade's exercise program has led to his food baby progressing in stages. We are now in
Into a dad bod, maybe?
second
A small
trimester.
dad bod? A small dad bod.
It's a small dad bod, yes.
Okay.
Lowercase dad bod.
I wonder if I kicked it, if all the cake would come out. Of course,
I can show you a good roundhouse kick.
Are you planning on
say no.
beating up Avarice because he eats too much cake?
Just
I mean,
wanna
I'll
see
join
it.
in if that's the case.
Avros is really hardy. I've seen him do things.
I've never seen him eat this much. Well, I
I've
haven't
seen
seen
him do
Yeah.
bad things.
It seems...
He actually used to kind of be in shape the last time I saw him.
I've been trying. He just does not understand the concept of grind.
I think you done. Oh, no. We don't have a grinder in this universe. Moving on.
Yes, let me just put up my iPhone 11 Pro. It's a funny story, actually. I found Core once on this app, and I messaged Core. I was like, Core.
When we were already dating.
We were already dating. It was the funniest story.
Whoops.
Oops, I was using an alias.
Changed.
Core, your app, your account is still active on here.
I haven't used it in a year.
You messaged me 2 months ago.
More than a year.
You make your way over to the bakery. I'm going to say that you eventually reach it. And at this point, you see Avros there. As you enter, you see somebody tending the counter as well. Short tiefling lady. Seems to have a smile on her face. Looks a little bit tired. It is kind of early in the morning. Potentially, maybe she's been already baking here for quite a few hours. You would know, knowing a little bit about baking yourselves, that baking requires getting up pretty early in the morning at ungodly hours.
Mm.
So maybe she's been up for a little while already.
Gotta love the craft.
But Ivarus is there, and he is delicately devouring some Danishes. It's the 3Ds, delicately devouring Danishes. It's this session's subtitle. Oh,
Should we be concerned about
you've
this?
made it! Welcome to the paradise on this earth. What is earth? I don't know. I don't know why I use that word
Avros,
specifically. Yes.
I am starting to get just a tiny bit concerned about your eating habits.
I know! There might not be any left for you at this rate. I would be concerned too if I was you. Have some Danishes.
You could tie him to my back. Then he can't eat.
He likes being tied up.
Yes.
Don't
Punishment for him.
say that in front of our friends. Our mutual acquaintances.
Oh, they already knew. Sorry, Jade. He huddles with Tamara and Jade. So how do we
Tamar restrains him.
Yes.
I'll tie him to you.
Yes. And then
Okay.
that's just how he is. We feed him when it's his time.
Easy. Count of 3. 1,
Alright.
2, 3. Go.
And he rugby tackles him. Iris is just like, and the third
I'm
boy.
already in position.
The Danish is knocked from his grip. He's knocked out of the chair, and the Danish just kind of spins around in the air and falls back on
This
the
is
table.
the next art I will do.
Yeah. Core gets his rope
He's
out.
gonna
He's like,
pin
I'm
down.
ready.
Iris, what are you doing? He's been eating too many Danishes, and now
Mm.
he's getting a little bit of protection as he hits the floor from his newly acquired lowercase dad bod, cushioning his fall just a little bit. He falls on
He's
the
just
floor.
a little bit thick.
Little bit.
You see him ripple a little bit as he hits the floor. You're coming with me. And he lifts him up. Ah, what are you doing? Give me my Danishes. Please.
My Danishes.
My Danishes. And he brings him over to you, Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Give the rope.
Let's begin.
No! What are we doing? I'm tired. It's the morning. I can't flail anymore. I'm exhausted now. Alright, you've defeated me.
Make sure he's nicely affixed to Jade.
Is this what you
No.
wanted, Core?
This
You've-
is what you want.
You've defeated me. Your arch nemesis. It was all those
He ties
Danishes.
it.
You
He ties
planted
it
them.
just
didn't you?
tight enough to make like he can poke Avros. Like it causes little bulges, and he's like, poke, poke,
Ooh.
poke.
Oh, hey, that's my ticklish spot. Don't do
I'm,
that.
I'm not mad at this. I think this is great.
Those are at least 2 Danishes you're poking in there.
I think there's a few more than that, buddy.
Well, yes. Only a few more.
Probably haven't even digested the biscuits yet.
I'm sure it's
No.
increasing my armor class just a little bit.
Can I just like?
No.
No, don't hit me.
It's
I just ate.
No, no,
If
not
you
hit.
are
Just
going
like
to do that, Core, you need to close your fist like this. Okay? Practice good punching.
No,
Yes.
I just ate. I'm good. I don't. Look, Core, I think of you very, very highly. I do not wish to see my puke all over your face.
yeah, I'm not into that either.
I was gonna
Good.
say something
That
similar.
would have been somewhat of an incompatibility if that was the case. I don't really like throwing up myself.
Mhm.
Unless it is
Oh,
into the
yeah.
faces of our enemies, in which case I will haul those Danishes right onto their faces.
We can save you for later.
That sounds like you're going to eat me. Like I ate the Danishes. What do you mean? Cook!
You don't look very tasty.
I would disagree with you there, but regardless, I do like your hair, though. This is a nice hairstyle. It's quite
Thank you.
quite nice.
I did it.
You may continue to compliment me as we eat breakfast, and you have nothing.
Well, I've had my fair share already. I did even... I woke up in the middle of the night, but anyway, regardless of that.
You woke up in the middle of the night to do what?
To
eat?
To increase my energy stash.
Okay, real talk here.
Yes.
I want to do an Arcana check on Avros.
Yeah.
This is a good idea.
16.
16? Okay. He's a very magical being. You feel his natural magical aura radiating off of his body. Like the pores of a mushroom.
Oh, wait, no, 17.
17? Okay. There is sort of a hint of something else in there, though. A little bit of a weird sort of dark magic entangled into his general aura, but it's very weak.
Okay.
And what does your spell do again exactly?
I have no.
I didn't cast a spell, I just did an Arcana.
Oh, Arcana check, right, okay. So you do get the vibe. You get the vibe. On your vibe check, you feel the vibe of something nefarious.
Ooh. I could do Identify.
Ooh, that
Okay,
actually
yeah.
really good.
Alright, I'll use a ritual spell as we order breakfast to identify what's wrong with Avros.
Ooh, okay, how does that work?
So I'll read
Well,
you the
we're
spell.
ordering breakfast. You just kind of choose from a menu usually.
You choose one subject that you touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is, hold on, I'll just go to the creature ones. You learn spells affecting what they are and which spell created it. Yeah, any spells currently affecting the creature.
Okay. Cool. Is it just spells, or is it just like debilitating magical effects too? So like
that is like magic.
So with like a magical sort of kind of
I guess
curse
Aelin
type thing?
would
that count as well?
kind of be it.
What was the question?
Identify would pick up on like curses and magics affecting someone, wouldn't it?
Yes. It
Guru Aelin.
let's say I don't have Identify with Treaty, but I do have it on like every other character who can learn Identify.
Yeah, I've seen. I mean, it's up to you guys, but I've seen it be used that way. But
Yeah, no,
just pass through it that way. I'm not too.
You choose
with Cass,
one object or creature, and you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Sure. Okay. So that will be what you find out over the course of the breakfast that you will all indulge in.
I'll have French toast.
He
says whilst casting his spell.
Coming right up. The tiefling lady says from behind the counter.
What do you have in a healthy or energy giving option? Egg.
Sugar is energy giving. Have French toast with me, Jade. They soak it in egg.
We do have a whole
They
grain
cover it in
option.
fruit.
Could I have French toast but on whole grain bread?
Sure. Would you like some fruit on the side with that as well?
Yes, please.
And some bird food on the side with that as well. Cole keeps touching.
We do offer
the
birdseed.
birds in my hair have yet to hatch, but no.
And anything for you, sir? She looks at Avros, and Avros says,
No. I take a napkin and I put it in Avros's mouth and I just pat it. Yes. He's the whole package now.
Hold on. How well can I roleplay this?
Oh, no. No, he
Right.
balls it up and shoves it in his mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe a tea. Do you have any preference? We have an English breakfast. We have Earl Grey. Just a black tea surprised me. I'm not that fussed, really, as long as it's nice and warm and there's a little bit of milk in it as well. Maybe a little bit of sugar.
No milk.
Okay.
No sugar.
All right. Okay. Yeah, straight black tea. Maybe a green tea then. Maybe a black tea. Just surprise me. Just a tea. Anything. Your most expensive tea without any additions.
No more expensive tea.
Okay, fine. A regular
Your
tea.
cheapest, most watery green tea you have. Thank you.
Understood. And anything for you? And she looks at Tamar. I'm kind of watching my morning meals a little bit, but I'll have a pair if you have any.
Aww.
Yeah, just the one. Are you sure? Yeah, I'll just have the one. Okay, coming right up.
Cole looks at Tamar's gigantic body and is like, a pear is not going to fuel you in any way. You might be able to lift your pinky with the calories in a pear.
Well, I plan on getting something else to eat. I don't necessarily want to run off the energy that bread would give me, I think.
I'm sure they have eggs on toast.
I'm gonna need a lot more than just a few.
French toast with us.
It's really the best option.
All right, if you insist.
Excuse me, he'll have what I'm having.
I'll have 38 slices. French toast.
38 of those. Oh.
There we go.
Double the egg.
That's what I was expecting.
Per slice.
Oh, this is normal, Jade. Don't worry. He'll burn that all off by like 3.
Oh, I understand. I've done a lot of exercise in my time, but as a statue.
Coming right up, would you still like the pear? I'll have 2 pears. I'll have a pear.
That's more like it.
All right, coming right up. And she goes off and she...
I'll have a pair of pears. Sorry, I'll see myself out.
He did make that joke, yes.
I mean, technically.
Mean.
A 2. He'll have a pair. So 2. But anyway, okay, as you guys are having breakfast and indulging in the niceties, the nice foods that this place has to offer, we will cut back now to Baron and Vidridi because Baron is back. We briefly cut away before because Baron disconnected. You're there. So where were we at? I think at this point Scarlet came back. The message looked like the same. Alaria asked if this was the same message that you had sent up just a moment ago, and then Baron disconnected.
Yes, but now I'm back.
Welcome back. So we will resume from right here.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should find the others and explain what's happening.
That was 3D kind of like crosses off the note on the one side, writes on the other side, save paper. Danger in city, elders likely dead, weird shiny coin. Come back to house.
And who is it addressed to?
It's going to be addressed to Jade.
Alright. You hand it off to Scarlet. And
yeah, hand it back to Scarlet because I know that like Scarlet would have definitely recognized Jade since Jade was there when we
for sure
saved the bird. So
yeah, Scarlet is good at pathfinding, more so than most messenger pigeons anyway. So she can do with very little information as long as the target is nearby, at least. Or at least the further away the target is, generally the more information you need. It's kind of a peek behind the scenes, but that's something you can just gather anyway. So you give Scarlet the note, and Scarlet heads off. And I'm going to say that probably the timelines will have to converge here for it to arrive. So everybody, you guys are now kind of all in the same spot. As you're all having breakfast, and as the others are waiting, you receive, that is, Jade specifically, but everybody there who's there as well will see this as well. You see Scarlet rocket through, piercing a hole. No, okay, I was going to say through the glass, but no, she wouldn't do that. She flies into the bakery
Smashes through the glass
at a very volatile speed while you guys are just about maybe finishing up with your breakfast. Tomorrow, despite having the most, finished first by quite a long shot. Having it, he eats a lot quicker than Avros would, but he is far more graceful and less messy, just kind of efficiently consuming the
He just like unhinges his jaw like a snake and just
well, done. You see Scarlet arrive with a message from Vidridi, Jade.
Scarlet has arrived with a message from Vidridi. My name is Jade.
Oh.
Hello, Jade.
It must be quite serious.
Yes, I will read it to you now. I read the letter.
Oh no, we have to come back. It says the elders are dead.
What a shame. I thought we were the new elders. And I get us like a promotion.
Yeah, I thought we were in line for a promotion, but maybe we should head back in that case. I don't want to leave Vidridi lying around if there's actually trouble there.
Fair enough.
Alright, let's go.
Wait, I can't let go of Ambrose. I'm casting spell.
Don't worry. You can get on my back too. I'll carry you both.
Alright, he hooks himself onto Ambrose.
Right.
Nice and squishy.
Oh, I feel bloated, Core. This is so unlike me.
Yeah, you're a bit of a skinny legend before. Now you're nice and spongy.
A little bit. I'm going to have to work this off. I'm going to have to undergo that training regime that...
I mean, I quite like it.
I could do with a little bit of it off. We'll trade. You can take some of it off.
Yeah, there is something a little bit wrong. There is some magic lingering around. I want it to be
You have a
natural.
lot to
Oh,
learn.
really? Okay, I'm quite curious about that. He
Mhm.
says, as you make your way back, and you all converge back at the grocery store, and you are now all in one place. Ilaria is there, mildly alarmed. It's in her name a little bit. Ilaria.
Thomas, my spell took 10 minutes. Have I figured out what's wrong with Ross?
Yeah. As you guys arrive, pretty much. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be 10 minutes or 1 hour. You would in that case you would have found out while you were having breakfast, because that would have been that would have happened beforehand. There is a sort of curse that you're probably familiar with because you've lived down here before, but there are certain kinds of beetles that glow in the night sky here in the Feywild, which, if consumed by accident, can give one a never-ending case of the munchies, basically. It's a very light kind of curse. Doesn't really have an official name or anything like that. But that kind
It's
of...
called the munchies.
The munchies. TM. It gives you the munchies, quite
The
literally.
munchables.
So it kind of is a fairy tapeworm.
Beetlejuice.
It is sort of, although it's more of like a magical one, in that the effect is like a residual sort of magic that kind of just lingers until it's dispelled somehow. And if it never is, then the poor target just continues to crave food forevermore. Never satiated, constantly eating. Always in search for something that will satiate that.
We didn't notice, we just thought it was funny.
It's weird strawberry, guys.
That's great.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Fukushima strawberries are all a bit weird.
Oh.
Basically what happened, which maybe you would have gathered from like interrogating Avarice or whatever, but at one point during the night, he would have accidentally swallowed one of these bugs, and then from that morning onwards, he just had a craving like unlike any other, and he just began eating like crazy, and everybody was just like, oh, Avarice.
Avarice.
But basically that's what's been affecting him, and he's just been eating non-stop. So, yeah, fun little thing.
I'm sure Drudy can fix this somehow.
But it is basically a type of magic that has to be dispelled somehow. As far as you know from your knowledge of that kind of stuff, and this is something that anybody in the Feywild would probably be kind of relatively familiar with, but it is not a curse that just wears off on its own, so it does need to have some sort of magical remedy. But anyway, as you
Okay,
back, you
Avarice, you're
know.
cursed.
Cursed. Cursed with devilishly good looks, I know. But I do not wish to
anymore.
dispel those.
You're kind of a bit past your prime.
What?
Sorry.
Is it the
I'm
muffin top?
joking. Oh no, I'm just saying you're a bit old.
I'm a bit old!
Yeah.
I have never felt younger, although my shoulder blade is kind of spraining me.
What are you now? Like 160?
Let's not talk about the numbers specifically. I feel fashionable. I'm ready to...
Fashionably late in your life.
They say elves aren't the same after 150.
I mean, what can I say? I'm a challenging man. I evolve with the times.
Jade and Core just tag team bullying people.
He looks like he's ready to burst into tears, but he's holding it back.
Core just pats his face. It's okay, Avros. I still think you're quite attractive.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes me feel so much better.
Otherwise, I
Do
wouldn't
you
be
get
here.
all of your self-worth from how attractive you are, Avros?
No, not necessarily.
Isn't that what people get their self-worth?
But quite a large chunk of it is from that. I do quite like that.
Yeah, I
know
agree.
a lot about self-worth, but I know a lot about being attractive. No, Jade wouldn't say that.
That's such a funny line.
Well, Jade
Jade
is
says-
also quite attractive. I
Jade
think,
says-
Jade is chiseled.
yeah, this is an attractive group of people.
yes, I think maybe objectively so.
Retreaty!
Chicks are on.
I'm tangled, but it's nice to see you
Speaking
from
of
over here.
attractive people, hey, Brigitte.
Vidriti, you're attractive.
Yeah.
I'm not flirting with you.
Oh no, I'm just objectively saying everyone here except, oh, where is he? Oh, there he is. Hey, Baron. He does
What?
bring the bar down a little bit.
Baron Retreaty, Alaria,
We
nice
can
to
all
see you.
stand in front of him.
3D presents the coin to the group.
Oh,
Oh,
This was with the body. And then when I tried to alert the elders, well, the message came back.
unfortunate.
So odds are elders are dead. I don't know what the coin is, but it seems odd.
Can we have a refresher on the coin? Sorry.
Alright,
the coin is what Calarel trades for his bodies.
Oh,
So
yes. We'll come back. Oh, good. I just needed that.
It's the very first thing we saw. I remember.
oh yeah, session 1. What a throwback.
How did he get here?
He was who
Oh, there's a spooky sorcerer dude, and like when people die, he leaves coins.
That's
and takes the body
for
his body farm, I think.
Yeah. So this is what Calarel does then.
Yes.
It's kind of a cleanup solution, but yeah, for like nefarious
it's also
purposes.
a bit awful. So
we're all a bit awful.
It's a bit bizarre though if he's paid for the body, but the body's still here.
It's a sign.
Means he's getting ripped off.
Well, that too.
That's true, Baron.
Means that he came in the night and intentionally left the coin and the body as a message.
Yeah.
Calarel. Hello. I don't think he's here.
Does he usually respond? Imagine if he was just like, hello!
It's me! How did you know it?
I think that's how we should summon the big bad evil guys from now on. I think we should just walk into spaces and yell their names.
Just be like, oh, what is it?
Yeah. Calarel, Karul, just say hey if you're nearby.
They both have names that begin with a K. Is this just a disappointment crew in disguise?
Winnie, you're the big bad evil guy of this actual crew. Whoops.
Perhaps we go check on the elders next, but did they say anything about there's a problem with Avros? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's cursed by a bug.
Yes.
Is that what happened to me? Am I cursed by a bug? How did this happen?
Bug. It's kind of weak.
I ate one. Why is my camera blurry? Core, have you done this to me? Have you forsaken? There we go. I can see.
I thought
clearly.
your wrinkles looked better in soft definition.
In soft definition. That's just you just described Avros right there.
Well, so hearing the words cursed, Drudy's just like, boop. And greater restorations, Avros, done.
Oh my god. I feel so full. Holy moly. Oh, I have cramps now.
Do you want me to push your stomach?
Please don't do that. Why did you, how did I eat so much?
You were really into it at the time.
I know. Hunger just completely consumed me as I began to consume everything in my path.
You want a Danish?
No, I never want to see another Danish.
You sure? Cool, whips out a takeaway Danish.
Oh, no, I don't want another Danish.
Sure? He waves in his face.
No.
Drudy takes the takeaway Danish. Thank you for breakfast.
Okay. Yeah, I got it especially for you. I'm so full.
Baron, I got you a pear.
Yes.
It's good for you.
Thank you.
I think at least. I don't know. I like pears personally.
Should we bend the body now, or should we just go straight to the elders and see and attempt to, I guess, pursue this Calarel?
Oh, heck no. If they're dead, that's yeet.
Well, we should
out of this place.
We should check, yes. I guess, but
well, the elders is the teleportation circle is right next door, so
yes, unless we want to leave a different way.
Can't we just walk out?
We could.
But this plane holds very little else for us, it seems.
Well, but then I can.
What are our plans?
I can teleport us out. Remember?
Oh yeah, cool. Don't you have an amulet?
Yeah.
That can transport us across planes or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I have that.
And you know what? I don't know how you all feel about this necessarily, but what with the elders maybe possibly having disappeared for whatever reason, maybe that's probably a trap that we're walking into.
Yeah, Cole's already packing his bag. We can go, you know, zip.
Yeah. The last time we walked into a teleportation circle, we ended up in some sort of mysterious plane, so...
Exactly.
If anything...
We can always check the magic first, make sure it is not tampered with.
Richie, I need to ask, if we go to the elders, will that lead us any closer to finding what happened to your village?
Potentially. We might have another clue from Calarel.
That is... true.
If you feel like we should go to that end, so long as it's not going to endanger all of our lives, I will.
What if we get stuck in another bottle dimension?
I'm not saying we necessarily go through this teleportation circle, but I would like to investigate the elders first.
What if they're dead?
They're probably very dead.
Okay. See, that's what I think. Okay, I think we should send a stealth mission in just to confirm the death. While everyone else gets ready to leave.
Sounds like not a bad idea, honestly.
Yeah.
Plus, I think...
And unfortunately, that probably means I'm volunteering myself and Dreedy, since we can transform into cute, small, furry animals.
I'm
Stealth
cute.
is quite literally my
That is up for
my
debate.
best skill I can go into.
You're a large statue, man.
I have a +8 to stealth.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
And
you're
if I
not, you're
stand
not
very
a
still,
cute furry animal.
Well, maybe you guys
You
can
can
both take
try.
different paths.
I also have pass without a trace.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's literally Jade's thing is being
Hide everyone.
stealthy and parkour. Monks. So he would probably be an asset.
Well, in that case, maybe I'll stay and protect the incompetence. He looks at Avros and Tamar.
Are you looking at me?
Are you sure?
Are you
Is that
looking at
okay?
Tamar?
I don't
was
want to
too.
be separated from you unless it's 100% necessary.
But it has to be a stealth mission. And Baron, you know what? I'm not underestimating your skills. I'm trying to improve our rapport a little bit here. I don't think it's safe to leave Avros and Baron together. I think it is a
No,
bad
I think we're
combination.
really good buddies.
I think they'd probably blow up the tree.
That's true.
Of course.
I
Don't
agree.
underestimate my
Avros,
mega
I'm
powers.
going to untie you from my back now.
Please do.
Please? Yeah.
Good luck on doing those knots, Jade.
Is this the one that you showed me when you were practicing on me?
Nah, you gotta remember what to do.
Pull the safety tie.
Jade
The one
knows.
that I know.
And
Shit.
Avarice is set free into the wild to roam once again. Beautiful,
Oh, God.
one with nature. I think
not
there
think
is
this
something
way.
that is worth mentioning, though, in two ways at least, is that I think whatever it is that may be lurking, if there is anything, which I would doubt at this point, but it's hard to say, that any of you individually at this point have enough power to take head on. Otherwise, I think if Calarel was really planning on doing something to any of us, then he probably would have already done so, given that he was quite literally he was maybe within only 30 feet of us while we were sleeping, which is kind of a harrowing thought.
You guys are just very unobservant, aren't you?
The alternative is that it might not have been Calarel necessarily. Does he not have
What if
minions?
it's one of us? What if one of us is a minion? Undercover.
Alara immediately looks at Baron.
Yeah?
I mean,
The
Baron
only
is obviously the
person-
most evil out of this group.
Do you have anything to say for yourself, Baron?
I'm not evil.
Well, you were with the body
Insight
unattended
check
last
with my
night.
bad insight.
I
Oh,
actually
I have a +7.
that too.
I'll do an insight, yeah.
19. I was thinking
Also
it was
a 19.
10.
And
19.
+4, so 23.
I have a
Sweet.
+6 and I got 10.
Hell yeah.
You got this. You were distracted by the sort of rippling belly of Avros as he collapsed to the ground. Oh no!
So you guys
So
check
yeah,
Baron.
what is it?
Baron,
What?
are you what you say you are, what you claim to be, and a vessel of Calarel?
Are you the imposter?
I
We're
am,
about to reject you any second now.
I am just a young man who wants to find his place in the world.
Young man,
And with your insight
Does-
checks,
do you serve Calarel? I said, young
man.
man. I
No,
thought
I
I
do
knew
not.
you well
No, I do
until
not.
I
I do
found
not.
out that you were hanging out with the big bad guy. Do. Baron's a
Agreed.
simp for the big bad. Yeah, he's a
No,
simp.
No, I am not a sim because
well, I don't think we can say that anymore. That's banned on
women.
Twitch. We can't say that word
I don't
anymore.
like men.
That's sus, dude. Sorry.
I have to make one public service announcement for us, because on the off chance that this actually makes a difference, but new recent Twitch legislature deems
Oh
certain
shit!
words.
I forgot. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to
I
mention them,
yes.
so it's fine. But
Wait. Wait, what
just heads up.
words?
The S word is
The
not
SIMP
allowed.
word, the VI.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah, it
Yeah, I made such
there.
an effort not to say it in the past 2 days worth of games as well. Oh well.
Ah,
Yeah. And 2 other words as well, which probably won't come up. The VIRGIN word, which is not allowed either, and the INCEL word. Those 3 are terms that I think Twitch is like now like.
Oh no, but I
Just
say the
those 3.
Just those 3.
Just those
For
3.
whatever reason, those 3.
Shit, that's bad because I say those 3 words very often.
I say the S word a lot for fun, but like.
Yeah. I say the I word a lot.
What will? Oh no.
But yeah, so can't use those on Twitch anymore. Just the.
Okay. Alright, I actually didn't know that.
It's all G.
Neither did I. Sorry. Well, no, I did, but I did it wrong anyway.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, I think we can use this point here actually to take a very quick break if we want to go to the toilet, to the loo, get a cup of tea refill, cup of water refill, cup of any sort of beverage that you might be drinking refill, since we haven't taken a break yet, and then we'll come back and see where on earth this campaign is heading. I don't even know. This is why I left my page blank. Who knows where we're going? It's gonna be a mystery. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a surprise. But we'll be back in a few minutes. So go do anything you might want to do for a little bit, and I'll be here. So I'll put us on BRB.
Yep.
Okay.
Boop,
Stealth
boop.
mission.
Audio is back, and boom, cameras are back. Hello and welcome
Hi.
back to the
Hello.
world of the shiny boys for about 40 minutes. We will attempt to wrap up in that time. So, you are here together once more. Collated. Is that the right word? I don't know. You're with your compatriots, with your companions here now, deciding what it is you're going to do. Some of you want to yeet yourselves out of this place. Some of you want to check the upstairs. But I think we're settling on a stealth plan.
Mission.
How are you guys going about this?
Tag team of Vidriti and I think Jade.
Alright, is it just you two guys going that way?
I'll look over to Core just once more and be like, "Are you
Enjoy.
sure?" Okay.
Stay safe.
Well then.
Okay. Drudy wild shapes into a tressum.
Yeah!
Yay!
Is
Hell
it
yeah.
a little bird?
No, it's the flying cats. It's the cats with wings.
Aww. That's cute.
Hell yeah. And Jade,
Because
I'm
cat
guessing
and then all cat can fly. Yay.
I'm guessing Jade is turning down. You're turning down the opacity on your layer.
So, what Jade can do, it's meld into stone. So when he casts Pass Without a Trace, it's basically like he's blending into the wall. Like, you know those National Geographic photographers?
Okay. Does that work in
Who kind
with
of like
wood walls as well?
you don't see them until they move.
Yeah. I'm imagining like
That's
Crunk,
it.
but if he had like magical abilities and wasn't quite as like obvious leaning up against the walls.
Yeah, I think his yeah, I think that's kind of what it is.
Okay, cool.
So I'll hold off until we're a little bit more in the moment to cast that.
Alright.
Okay.
So,
Do you want our stealth rolls now or after Pass Without a Trace?
depends on when you guys are going to be rolling them.
I
But-
don't know where exactly we are, but
You guys right now are a floor below, like the floor above you is where you where you deleted Medusa with vigor, and then the floor above that is the floor that had the elders there, and the floor above that is the ceiling, which has the teleportation circle and stuff.
sure. Can I check then that it will not take a... Yo, my character sheet is messed up.
Yo, Jade's character sheet. What are you doing?
No, it won't let me access my description or my notes or anything like that, and it's not letting me reset my...
Well, that's weird.
Anyway, but basically, Jade will cast it when we're like within. It's not going to take an hour to get there, is it?
No, it'll take like
'Cause it only lasts
20
an hour, so
seconds.
he's fine. Cool. He will cast it.
Alright, you cast Pass Without a Trace, and I want your stealthy stealth.
Use my
Voice.
Jade D20. I really needed that. Oh my god, that was almost the worst ever. Okay. With Pass Without a Trace, I rolled 20. With Pass Without a Trace and my +8.
So you rolled a 2.
Yeah,
Wait, what did you roll again? What was
Wait.
your final roll? What was the number?
20. That's almost as low as I can roll.
That's insane.
The only other thing would be a natural 1.
Okay. And
Drudy's is a 27 with Pass Without a Trace.
you guys are blending in to the shadows. You guys Jade, are you casting your I am the wall spell as well?
That is what it is. That's what that is.
Oh,
Pass
okay,
Without a
okay.
Trace in
Right, okay.
yeah.
Virginie, you watch as Jade just becomes one with the wall.
And what happens is I think Driti is able, because it's Pass Without a Trace and it can affect, that's what's giving Driti her good roll.
Okay.
It can, well, no, it was already good, but you get what I mean. The addition to her good roll. She kind of takes on a little bit of that. So her cat becomes like a stone-coloured cat.
Oh, that's cool! You're like a little gargoyle, but cat. In a way, that's what I'm imagining.
Cat gargoyle! That's kind of cute.
Alright, so you as a slightly stoned cat with wings are blending in more. You are one with the shadows, blending in, keeping your way out of all the light emanating throughout the room that could maybe cast itself upon you and make your appearance or presence known to those who might be attempting to either stop you, dissuade you from continuing, or attack you. But you guys make your way up to the first sort of floor above you, which is the floor where you killed Medusa. Looks like it's fairly similar to how it was before. It's been cleaned since then. So Medusa's remains and bodily fluids are no longer anywhere in this room. It's nice and clean. It's been cleaned up. But all the other containers and storage boxes and stuff that haven't been moved are still there. So you've got obstacles to hide yourselves if you'd like to. But doesn't seem like there's a presence here at all. Unless there's something you'd like to do on this floor specifically, we can move to the next floor. And as
perception checks or anything that would be picked up by a passive perception of 23?
With a passive perception of 23, as you're kind of taking in your environment, the only big thing that you can see here is that it looks like at some point after you guys initially were here, this place was cleaned up, like a day ago or something like that. But it doesn't seem like anybody has disturbed this area with your passive perception. As far as you can tell, without any sort of extra investigation, hasn't been disturbed in any sort of noticeable way since you were last here. Any marks?
I'm leaving it to Driti to kind of lead the way for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing obvious.
Gonna go up to the next floor if there doesn't seem to be like any disturbances. Okay. Does it seem super quiet?
It seems very quiet. Like there isn't any bustling, any action going on up here. No life whatsoever, which is uncharacteristic because Dudan should be still here. And as you walk your way up the next flight of stairs, if that is where you're going, to the final floor before you reach the ceiling, you gaze upon the statues that were there when you saw them before. The statues of the elders. Sans one.
Oh, can I take a guess? Is Ket's statue gone?
As you have a look, you notice that there are less figures here than before. Ket's statue is missing. The other three are still here, and Tutan is nowhere to be seen. But while you guys are both here, I'll get you guys to roll for me some perception checks if you would be so kind.
Okay.
Or investigation if you'd like to.
17 plus
Ooh.
Perception.
If you're rolling perception.
24.
Nice. And Tressum.
26.
26. All right, you are both letting your eyeballs take in all of the light photons in the room. That was a weird way of describing that. You guys take in your surroundings and you take note of all the interesting things around these parts. There is something that stands out to you quite immediately, and that is a sort of blood splatter on the ground. Not quite so close to the statues necessarily, but just off to the side where the staircase up to the ceiling leads, and you see a sort of trail of blood, very light spatter, sort of leading up the staircase. For Judy, you specifically would be you'd easily be able to tell, but Jade, you'd also get this as well with your high roll.
Yeah.
That this is the kind of blood splatter that you would expect to see from somebody who had an injury while walking around while they were bleeding out. Not necessarily the type of splatter you might see if somebody was, dragged across the floor or anything like that. That's kind of what it looks like to you.
Okay.
And that leads up to the ceiling.
I convey that to Driti, but I think she might already have gotten that much.
Yes, she would like to follow that trail.
All right, you're heading up to the ceiling in that case. Jade, are you following?
Yes, yep, I'm going with her wherever she goes. I'm just letting her lead the way because I know this is kind of like her mission. Just there to support.
You guys head up the staircase. 1 stair, 2 stairs, 3 stairs. They creak beneath your feet as you make your way up to this final stage. There is a sort of sense of dread that looms within you. The sort of oppressive silence filling the room, unlike it has before. In every area that you've been in so far, there's been a little bit of chatter in the background, a little bit of noise, but at this point you're now over a floor away from any sort of activity. It doesn't seem like there's anybody around. And the silence sort of makes itself known. You feel it in your bones as you make your way up to the ceiling. And as you make your way up to the top, and you begin to survey your surroundings, we're going to cut to the other group very quickly to see what they're doing in this time. Core, Baron, and the dubious duo, Tamar and Avarice. How are you all doing? How are you guys chilling out with the others while you're waiting down here?
Tamar
looks at you. He looks at Avarice.
I'm
Looks
just
barren.
chilling like a villain.
I think we should go to a tavern.
That sounds like quite a nice idea. Should we ask Sapphire Man if he'd want to join us?
Sapphire Man, do you want to come drink?
His eyes light up as he turns to acknowledge your presence for the first time today. To drink what?
You know what? You can have some water.
Some water.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Cool. All right, pack your bags. Let's go.
What if I do not have a bag to pack? May I still accompany you to the water?
Not you, Sapphire Man. You're fine.
Okay, I understand.
Come as you are.
Okay. Tamara looks around. I've just got the stuff on my back. I guess I haven't got anything specific, but I'm
It was
ready.
more directed to Baron and Avros.
Yes, I'm already ready.
I've got
So-
my bag of things, my satchel of all the things that I need. I'm carrying it to make the trip heartier for me so that I can burn a few more calories than I otherwise would.
Uh-huh.
I've made a lot of
Avros's
mistakes.
bag has a Hermes handkerchief tied around the handle. He's like,
I'm ready. This is how he carries his satchel. I'm ready.
I see.
Let us depart.
All right, follow me.
All right, lead the way. And you head over to, I'm guessing, a different tavern.
A different tavern, yeah.
All right, roll for me a d4.
4.
4? All right. You visit the Cartographer's Cavern.
That's not too bad.
Behind the scenes, I have a list. I have 4 things here. I was I'm just gonna pick one of them and make up a name. I saw the word map, so it was number 4. So Cartographer's Cavern. You walk over, and you get this. This is a little bit classier than the bar you were at before. This one's a few floors up from the one you were at previously. This one is a little bit more thematic. It's kind of pirate themed, although it's not actually pirate themed. It's kind of the contemporary idea of what a pirate is kind of themed. Pirates of the Caribbean kind of themed. And you make your way over to there to the Cartographer's Cavern, and
cool.
Oh, maybe you should have been the Cartographer's Tavern. The Cavernous Tavern. The Cartographer's Cavernous Tavern is where you make your way to. And you sit down
The
at the
Cavernous Tavern.
The Cavernous Tavern of the Cartographers. This is...
The Cartographer presents.
The Cartographer
Cavernous
presents. The Cartographer presents. This is a
Exactly,
very,
yeah.
fancy area. The Cartographers present. The Cavernous Tavern. The Tavernous Cavern.
Cool. Can we get drinks now?
I think that sounds like a good idea. Shall we grab a booth first?
All right, let's grab the quietest, most secluded booth in the place.
Alright, let's go down to the back. And Tamar begins to head to the back. Avros follows suit with a satchel in hand over his shoulder. And the rest of you, I'm guessing, are coming along.
Yeah.
The bartender
Yeah.
comes to
Yeah.
greet you. It's an elven man. Very pudgy. Very short. The shortest elf you've probably seen up to this point.
Hey, Avros, it's you.
It's not me! I would never work in a place like this.
You kind of
No offense, of course. I don't know if I'm going to take offense to that or not. What would you like? Could I get... Cole, what are you having?
something fruity.
2 something fruities for the 2 of us. Okay, we have fruit juice if you like juice. Do you want something alcoholic? We have cider.
I was thinking more of cocktail.
We can make a cocktail, yes. 2 cocktails?
Yeah. I know it's 11 in the morning, but...
Yeah, that'll do. I can do a cocktail at 11 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have 1 too. Alright, so that's 3 cocktails, cool. What would you have? And he looks at you, Baron.
What? I want a sex on the beach.
Well, then you should go. There aren't any beaches nearby.
I would like a margarita, please.
Okay, we can do a margarita, for sure. Would you like anything on the side? We do garden salads as well.
Yes, please.
Alright. 1 garden salad, okay. And anything for you? Sapphire Man looks to the rest of you.
Water.
Could I please have a water?
Okay.
Certainly. A tall glass? Short glass? He immediately looks to you. In a panic in his eyes.
Make the decision, Sapphire Man. You can do this.
Shh. Tall glass with not very much water. Yeah, okay, understood. Well, I'll be back in just a moment. And the bartender
sweetie.
leaves you to talk amongst yourselves. And at this point, Tamara looks at you, Cora. So what exactly happened between you and that tall dryad that made you want to not, well, seek out any new strangers?
Jade wanted to have this conversation. Damn
Oh.
it.
What an existential question to ask before I have no drinks in my system.
I mean, it is, but it's quite a change in pace for you, I think. Not a bad one necessarily, but just curious.
I have been reconsidering mortality.
Mortality.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Also, it just doesn't really... It doesn't hit the same as it used to, you know?
I mean, I don't personally necessarily know exactly what kind of endeavors you've been engaging in. I'm not certainly the type myself. Avarice looks at Tamar. I somewhat understand.
Yeah, I know you do. How do I describe this to you, Tamar? There are people in this world.
Yes, I've noticed them. They drive me crazy. I wish there were fewer of them.
Try to be quiet until I finish my
Okay, I'm
sentence,
sorry.
because I feel otherwise you're going to take this the wrong way.
Okay.
There are people in this world,
Mhm.
and don't make a sex joke either. There are people in this world who have
looks
voids
barren.
inside of them,
Right.
and they fill them in certain ways.
Right.
Be it bar fighting, looks at
Okay.
Tamar, money, food, Abros, or just ways that they feel prop them up a little bit.
Right.
And for a long time, that was mine. And
Okay.
kind of just got into the habit. Felt like it was something I should do. I
You know
mean,
what?
you were laughing when I went home with him. So
Avarice nods.
it's just kind of expected of me at this point. But when I was walking her home, well, not home to you guys. I guess you guys are kind of my home right now.
Mhm.
Just didn't feel right anymore. Hasn't for a while now. I'm kind of old. I know I don't look it, but
Of course you don't.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
think I empathize with you a little bit more than I thought I would with the whole void situation. And I apologize for
believe it.
laughing. At the time, I found it incredibly hilarious. I won't lie to you. But
Yeah.
I understand, I think, where you're coming from. Although, being in somewhat of a similar boat myself, as far as voids are concerned, I am acquainted with them. I have a void myself, I think.
Mhm.
If you're not going
Now we
to
have a fun
engage,
collection of voids.
seems that way. Some of us fill them with food and danishes. I was cursed! Alright, leave me alone. I have no voids. Alright, I'm a voidless man.
You have always loved things, possessions.
That's true.
Maybe that's your void.
I don't plan on
We're
giving
really
up
getting
possessions
into it today, aren't we, guys?
Just,
You
let
passed
me
the
be.
table.
I don't want to
Drinks?
come out of this with some enlightenment where I can't be materialistic on the other side. I quite like things and materials.
You
and
can
possessions.
like things. Hey, you can like things.
I love
You can
things.
you can like sex. You can like women. You can like drinks, for the right reasons, not the void reasons.
That's fair. But you know what, Cora? I have a question for you in that case, which I think is what maybe Tamar was alluding to. Now, I might not necessarily be... I don't think... if I have a void and inner demons, then I certainly haven't confronted them yet. However, I do have to ask, if it is that which you give up now, that was once filling the void, how will you grapple with the emptiness of it all now, if you're not filling it with the stuff that you used to?
Character development.
It sounds quite difficult.
I know. That's why I cut my hair. I thought it'd be a good symbol. Which
Yeah,
I
I quite like the way it looks now. You know what? I think it'll do you good. The whole giving up your addiction, let's say.
my strange addiction. Thank you.
I'm proud of you, though. In all honesty, I was quite a bit scared and intimidated a little bit. Well, no, it's not the right word. I'm never intimidated, but I was surprised and concerned for your well-being.
Don't be concerned for my well-being.
Okay, I was a little bit jealous as well, but when I noticed that tree of a man, I just felt a little bit jealous. But I'm here to help in whatever way that I can.
Mm-hmm. No ulterior motives at all.
Oh, I have plenty of ulterior motives. Believe you me. You know me too well. I am a man of ulterior motives.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, I am the man who littered on the royal garden itself.
Wow.
And
so
almost
bad.
got away with it. If it wasn't for those private investigators who were hired to snoop me out. We all know that's how it happened.
Did I ever go through my entire criminal record with you, Avros?
You might have at one point in a drunken stupor, while I was also drunk,
Yeah.
but not while I don't remember much of it, necessarily. I've always been impressed by your antics and how you've managed to get away with it all. I chalk it
Very
up to your...
true. It comes with changing my face.
That would help
Whenever I want.
quite a lot, yes, I imagine.
Mm.
It's great. I wish I had that ability. Then I wouldn't have to shave quite as much. My stubble would go away. I just wouldn't have to shave. It would be so nice.
It's not always the best thing. But hey.
It has its positives, but... What do you mean by that?
We're getting way too deep. I really need a few more drinks before we do this.
Maybe. What's taking them so long? Even the water's taking a while. None of them have arrived yet.
I'm going to do a perception check.
You roll a perception.
17.
17? The bartender looks like he's just about finished up and he's slowly heading your way, and you can see the drinks approaching now. Let's bring them over.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies for the wait. Here you are. And Baron, you see that you have been brought a pizza, and...
I knew you were going to do that. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to ruin it, but I could see it in your face. I was like, it's going to be a pizza, like 100%.
Why is it a
If
pizza?
you go back in the play, I smirk when you say margarita. I'm like,
and a garden salad. Well, you asked for a garden salad with your margarita. Who on earth would ask for a garden salad with a drink? As a side.
Oh, you know, I don't really like eating greasy food. But whatever. It's fine.
We can take it back to the back and we can bring you a fresh drink if you'd like.
That's okay. Can I also please order a margarita drink?
Oh, yes.
Do you guys serve that here?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Thank you.
My apologies again. And he heads back. Tamara is laughing a little bit. I can't believe they brought you a pizza. That's kind of remarkable. It looks quite nice, though.
That's okay. We can all share it. Whatever. It's fine.
Avros looks at you and the pizza. You know, I think I'm okay for food for a while. I need to take a break. It's still the morning. I'm still feeling those Danishes. I think I'm gonna fast for the rest of the day. Honestly, I need to take a break. I have eaten way too much.
You've probably got like 7 weeks worth of calories in you right now.
I don't know what happened to me. I was consumed by that beetle or whatever you said it was.
You were beaten by a beetle.
Yeah, that's bizarre. How did that even happen?
Quite funny.
I'm surprised I was so careless, but it happens to the best of
You
us.
sleep with your mouth open because you're a mouth breather.
It helps the airflow. It's efficient. Cool.
It gives you bad breath.
Yes. I blame that on the beetle.
How long has that beetle been in?
Car! I'm gonna drink. I can't stand this anymore. This is bullying. Relentless. He pokes you in the side as well. Right where you poked him in the stomach, he's gonna poke you as well.
Quacks it, like overreacts and spills Avros' drink all over himself.
How could you do that? These were nice pants. They're not so nice anymore now with the spill. It looks like I peed myself. I'm gonna be right back. And he gets up and leaves.
Wait, you can't go anywhere by yourself.
Why not?
Sapphire Man, could you accompany me, Avros? I can't be bothered to get up.
I shall accompany Avros and protect him with my life.
Yeah, do that.
And he gets up.
I'm also going to send my familiar. Go. No point in the little snake.
Weird, but I guess if I'm going to be changing my pants in front of anybody, you'll probably mind the least. Let's go. Sapphire Man has a stoic expression. And we'll cut back briefly to the others, who are now the ceiling. As you make your way up to the top, you follow the blood trail, which leads in to the edge of the teleportation circle, which is very well lit and beaming with a magical energy that you can feel. The low hum of magical energy, the transportation magic that looms within the symbols drawn on the ground. You could feel that energy. And you can see that the blood splatter just stops after a certain point. And it does get worse as it gets closer to the teleportation circle, as if whatever the wound was pretty bad. aside from that, looks like there's not much else up here. You've got a massive teleportation circle, and you've got quite a bit of like tree around you and branches kind of branching out into the sky on all sides, leading out from this like top platform. It looks like at some point this tree might have been a little bit taller or had more of a tip, but it seems like at some point it was chopped or artificially created this way so that it would have more of a stable top. It hasn't been exactly built on, but it's kind of like just cut off the top. It's like park tree. But you find yourselves here now looking over most of the surroundings. It's very hard to see out of the foliage of the tree because you're quite high, but you can see directly above you. There is no foliage above you. It's just a night sky, daytime night sky as far as the eye can see, shining brightly upon the teleportation circle. What would you like to do?
I look at Druty.
Investigation check.
Sure. Is there anything specific you're investigating, or just a general area?
Just this general area, like concerns being the teleportation circle being tampered with, the end of the blood trail. Is there a body? Is there anything invisible? Or any signs of poison?
Okay. Roll for me an investigation check.
Okay. Let's just do. Give the advantage.
It's the same thing either way. That is an 18.
18? Pretty good. You are looking around for any signs of anything unusual before you get on to checking out the teleportation circle itself. Looking at the blood first, you can't gather all that much from it without actually taking a sample and maybe figuring out something along those lines. It seems that the blood itself, without doing any sort of medicine check on it to see if there's any sort of like poison within it or anything like that, looks like it's at least reasonably fresh enough that it can still be tested for that sort of thing, although for not much longer because it has kind of dried up until this point, especially the stuff that's out here on the ceiling. You probably have to go back downstairs to get a better sample that hasn't totally dried up.
So it seems, just to make sure, It seems like the blood trail started up here or it started below.
For something like that, with your investigation check, carrying it back down to where you were earlier, if that's something you were keeping in mind while going up the staircase, it looks like something that would have started from beneath you. So something that was caused below you through whatever means that led up to then here. So it's more likely that whoever was the source of this blood was injured in some way below you downstairs and then was transported in some way, whether they walked, were carried, whatever, they made their way somehow up to this point, to the teleportation circle. It's hard to say exactly how, but with your investigation, you don't see any footprints necessarily on the ground. So it's hard to say exactly what happened here. That is one thing worth noting. Outside of that, doesn't look like there's a whole lot of other interesting shenanigans going on up here. As far as you can tell, there's nothing really invisible, although if there really was and you were looking for it, you'd expect to bump into it more so than just sort of see it. But after feeling the place out...
say that one of the Tressum abilities is that within 60 feet of them, they can see invisibility.
Ooh, okay. That's pretty cool.
That's why I specified that.
And I kind of wish there was something invisible up here now, but you don't see anything invisible around these parts in that case. But that's a cool ability. That might come in handy at some point. But it seems like there's nothing too nefarious going on up here outside of the blood trail. And you go and inspect the teleportation circle itself. Now, looking up close to it, seems like the outer ring and that sort of thing has been untouched. Seems like that's been sort of here for a long time, for however long. It's hard to say how often this circle itself is redrawn or anything like that, but it's marked in a pretty in some pretty lasting sort of remnants or oils and unguents, you know, the kind of thing that you would use to like draw a teleportation circle up on an exterior surface that's exposed to the elements, I guess. But there is something notable, and it's that some of the symbols that have been drawn into it looks like they've been rubbed off and redrawn at some point.
So it's been tampered with.
So it's been tampered with, basically, at some point. Looks like it hasn't been a very... Most of the teleportation circle is done in a very delicate sort of way. Like, it's been a lot of care and thought has gone into, like, drawing it up, that sort of thing. But the symbols that you can see that have been tampered with, the arcane sort of symbols and writings and that sort of thing, those have been done a lot more haphazardly, it seems like.
Okay, I would like to unwild shape and copy down the entirety of this circle.
Sure.
With the fresh sigils in it.
Yep. Okay, you copy it all down.
Can I open up the book, Bronze's book, and see if it's reacting to anything in this room?
Sure. You open up your book, and you have a look inside. Looks like, now that you're looking at the book, in the presence of the teleportation circle at least, that the twinkles that you saw before are twinkling a little bit more than they did before. But outside of that,
magic, do I think?
It's hard to say. You're also in a more well-lit area at this point as well. Last you looked at it was indoors, where the nighttime sort of sky did shine down upon it, and that's kind of what gave you a bit of a twinkle there. Now you're in broad nightlight. I was going to say daylight, but broad day nightlight.
Sure.
And it's twinkling a little bit more in the nightlight. Seems like you can kind of you see more and more, there's some sort of fluid remnant in the pages of some sort.
Cool.
Like a sort of hidden message, maybe, possibly, although it's not quite so hidden now that you're looking at it in this sort of light.
I'll just show it to Vidriti. Is there any kind of magic that could reveal what this says that you know of?
Can I don't know, an Arcana check or?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check, sure.
Okay. This is 6.
Okay. As far as you can tell, with your roll, taking into account everything else that you know as well, it seems as though the book is pretty much completely non-magical. It is not being affected by any kind of spells at this point. And it doesn't seem like, given that information, there's anything necessarily with your roll that comes to mind that could necessarily help with deciphering anything that might be in that tome.
Can I kind of move the tome closer or guide it a little bit closer to the circle, see if it lights up any more, or...
Sure.
Like without putting it in the circle?
Sure. You move it closer to the circle without putting it in. You just kind of hold it over the circle a little bit. And you keep an eye on the pages within the book. And as you do that, to your partial dismay, it seems as though it is mostly unaffected by the presence of the teleportation circle. Or at least, it's as affected as it possibly could be, being this close to it, outside of it, without having necessarily maybe gone through or anything like that.
Okay.
But if you'd like to roll any sort of extra investigation or anything like that, I'll allow you to do that if you'd like to do so. Otherwise, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot more, as far as magic is concerned, that the book seems to react to at all.
Does Jade want to do an investigation check, another investigation check on the book?
With
assistance?
Sure.
Yeah, you can do it with advantage if Virginie is there also looking at it with you.
19 plus... Investigation's not amazing, so only 21.
21? Okay. You think hard about non-magical things. And you try to look at the book from that sort of perspective, I'm going to say, because now you've had Virginie look at it, you tried toying with the magic of the teleportation circle. Those things are generally very well known for kind of bleeding a lot of magic out into the atmosphere around you. So if it was going to react to magic, it'd probably do something here. Yeah.
I have an idea, but I'll wait for you to finish before I try something.
Oh, actually, I'm kind of curious what your idea is.
I know I can do a burning flames with my hands. Is there any way I could, maybe just for flavor, just kind of like get a tiny, like little flame on one of my fingers?
Sure. You can do a tiny flame. Are you doing it like near the book?
Can I pass it over the pages?
Yeah, okay. You do a little... And whoosh, you've got a flame going. And you pass over the pages. And as you do, that twinkling becomes more of a light as the flame passes over the pages and passes back and forth. And you can kind of make out what looks like writing.
Oh, yeah.
And suddenly, these singe marks on the edges of the page kind of start to make a little bit more sense. As you get the flame closer, you can see more and more of the hidden writing there. As the fluid, whatever mysterious fluid it is, reacts to the flame quite vividly. And the glowing text within the page glows out at you. To the point where only you can read it, actually. I'm pretty sure, if you can speak Primordial.
Yeah.
Then you can indeed read it.
Primordial.
Oh my god, where in my notes am I going to go back for this? Oh, at the beginning. Okay. You can hold the flame there for long enough to read it without burning the page, because you are getting to read all the text to pass it over without burning the book. You have to get quite close. But you can do it without actually burning it. Although the page, you do see that it's like starting to singe a little bit. It's heating up in the presence of the flame. But if you're going to read it, then I'll read it out to you, and then I'll also send this to you later. Because this is like kind of a stupid rhyming thing that I wrote ages ago. That was kind of fun, but I think here it finally is. The contents of the book. And I'm also going to say that as you read this and flip to the other pages, one thing that's immediately apparent is that it's the same message rewritten in Primordial a couple times, and then in some other languages that you can't necessarily read.
I speak, Primordial, Common, Sylvan, that's it.
Yeah, so you would see it in Primordial more than once in different kinds of versions of Primordial, because Primordial would have gone through an evolution over the course of the writing's history. And you'd see it in Common there as well, not in Sylvan, and then some other languages that you can't read. And you could guess just from the context and with your just general intelligence that it's maybe the same message written over and over in different languages.
Yeah.
But it reads like this. To find the stone of 12 in face, the truest sadness you must embrace. Let go of that which you most love, to take the first step, then gaze above. If you do not heed this only cost, then wander aimlessly, forever lost. And that's the message that you get.
Cool. I like it. I show that to Druti, and I say, and with that, I think it's our cue to go and find the others again.
Alright.
Yes, I don't think that we will find any more answers here. Can she pen just like a document to leave on the desk?
Sure, what do you want the document to say?
Citizens of Torah, your elders are dead. Please re-elect new ones.
Yeah, you can. Citizens of Torah, this is an important announcement. Your elders are dead.
She doesn't. This is her lowest stats charisma, guys. Yeah. That's it.
Same. So Jade's like, yeah, that looks really good.
But okay, you make your way back to the elders. You leave. Are you leaving the statement just where the elders are?
Either on there's a desk.
I'll stab a dart in it so that it's stuck down.
Okay, you can do that.
Or on a wall into the elder's office or something.
Yeah, you can just hammer it right into a wall so it's there in big letters important.
Yeah.
Heed this message. But you pop that up and you think to yourself, we've got too much shit to do. This will get sorted. And you guys head back to find the others. Core Baron, where are you guys located?
Future Ixen.
You wander around and you guys find each other after a little bit of searching. However, the others do not see you if you're still stealthed. You guys...
No, I will break stealth.
Okay.
So that I can go talk to my good friend.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys all reunite and you are there together. You find them in the booth. The back, they stand out as a group. You can see the characteristic shapes and silhouettes of Core, Baron, Avarice, and Tamar.
We're singing shanties.
I think I pause at the front door and I say, maybe this can wait till tomorrow. They seem to be having fun.
Cora's on top of the table. He is leading the singing.
Avarice is dancing. Yeah, go Core!
Judy just looks really, really sad. I'm not necessarily in the mood for fun. I will just, I will be something else.
Can I recommend darts?
I suppose so, if you would like to join me.
I want to speak to Cool first, but yes. Maybe we can ask Cool to join us.
You see him smash a drink across the tavern.
Maybe you can sober Core up for me, if that's what you want. I wanted to have a conversation. I don't think anyone's probably. I don't think anyone's asked him about it yet. So Tamar's doesn't count because it's Tamar. Jake's his best friend. He wanted to have this convo first, and I'm annoyed with you.
Tamar was his partner for 12 years.
Nope. I'm so annoyed at you specifically, Thomas.
Then I've done my job correctly.
On purpose. You purposefully victimized my character's RP moment.
I did.
How could you?
Because I think it'll make for a much more visceral RP moment now.
Trudy's gonna go wild shape back into a Tressum and just kind of like hop over and like curl up.
I, as a person,
on the back of the booth. She'll unwild shape later, but she's just.
No, but now I feel bad for neglecting Driti. What do I do?
This is what she was gonna do anyways, though. Okay. Is that she was going to wild shape into a cat if Jade hadn't said let's do Dars, and she's just like, well, if he wants to do that, I just don't really want to like talk to people, so I'm just gonna be a cat.
Brian gets that.
Mm-hmm.
That's such an iconic line. It's like, I don't want to talk to people, so I'm just gonna be a cat.
Yeah,
that's a big movie.
Like literally, imagine like Roppy with wings and like made out of flowers. That is what Tree looks like right now.
Or if he could fly, he could get all his food.
Oh,
yeah. Fluffy white Roppy with wings. That is what Tree looks like right now.
Roppy, wow.
And also, Jade, while you're having this inner conflict, at this point, a dubious duo, a troublesome trio of two, only two, walk by you. I have to also redact that Avros was saying like, yeah, go core in the background, because Avros was with Sapphire Man, and they are now returning. Sapphire Man wearing a rather stylish pair of pants himself, and you hear Avros talking to him as they walk by before they notice you. See, that is how you put on a belt, and as long as you put it in the right... Oh, hey! What are you guys doing here?
We are returning from our stealth mission.
Oh, welcome back. How did it go?
It went
remarkably
well, actually, but hello, Sapphire Man.
Hello.
It went remarkably well, but we well, everyone seems to be having fun, so we'll leave our findings, I suppose, until the morning, when we can all talk about them properly.
Okay. As long as you're okay. Did anything happen? Nothing, no emergencies or anything like that?
No, not at all.
Well, fabulous! It can wait.
Well, I actually wanted to talk to Cole, because I think he really needs a shoulder to lean on right now, and I'm sure that you've neglected him dearly.
Yes, I neglect him all the time. I really shouldn't do that
quite
so much. I'm a little bit horrible on the inside. Don't let Core know.
Whether you're a
I call it smothering. He calls it neglection.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Nothing.
Oh. No, I jest. Partially. I am kind of a horrible person on the inside, a little bit, but...
Yeah, actually, that's funny enough. It's actually what I said. I said, do you ever wonder if you're a horrible person?
I need to repeat it.
I just wasn't going to repeat it because it felt mean, but then you said it yourself, so I assumed it was okay.
No, it's quite alright. I have been arrested in the past, so...
Yeah.
Well, he's so proud of that.
His resume is like, I have been arrested.
I'm going to walk over to the table now.
Okay, where is Fridriti around here anywhere? And at this point, Sapphire Man is like just staring at the cat.
Yeah, Driti just kind of like
Sapphire Man is just Fridriti.
Hops around and then just flutters over to like sit on like the back of the booth.
By this point, you've definitely seen Jade and Avros and Core walk in. So no, Core, Jade and Avros and Driti walk in.
Core walks in. Hi. It's the new NPC. Hello.
You should have a lollipop.
Now Thomas can play Core. Have fun.
Okay, that was my entire impression. Okay, I'm done. We're gonna end on a high note there. But Jade, you head over. You walk over to Core.
My good close friend.
Hello. Your braids have come undone at the front.
Whoops. Yes, Core like does that. He's on the table, so he can like lean over Jade almost. Yeah.
I'm about to be spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pick up Core?
You do a scoop.
Go for it.
I scoop. Hello.
I was like, whoa. The world is great from up here.
Yes.
Ahoy, everyone.
Ahoy.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, ahoy.
You're so small. I am tall. Haha.
you want to be taller?
Yeah.
Shoulders.
Oh, yes. Cool. Like gets astride and he's like, "This is perfect."
Mm-hmm. Is there music?
Yeah, there's some like.
I'm singing the music.
Oh my god, Jade was like, "Hey, cool.
Oh, you know what music is playing?
What is it? Oh
A Kiss
my
of
god!
Goodbye.
Jade's gonna dance to that. Well, he doesn't know what good music is. So he's like, shall we dance?
Then I saw her face.
Yeah.
Now I'm a believer. Not a traitor.
I think Jade
Doubt in my
Jade
mind.
likes that everyone's having fun, and he wants to be part of that more. So he is going to try and dance. He's never done this before, but he's quite dexterous.
himself.
If you've never danced in your life before,
He once caught a dance with him.
Performance.
Oh.
Performance.
Straight performance.
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 Oh, does he
Holy
want
shit.
Quarter like get down and dance with him? Because Quarter's performance isn't bad.
Also,
Yes, as in,
just
like,
can I put something forward?
Put it forward.
sure.
If Jade doesn't want to necessarily do a performance check of if he's doing something that's just for fun as opposed to something that's designed to capture a performance, maybe he's maybe he could just have fun with it as opposed to like rolling something.
I'll let that be your call.
Yes. Also, if there's like, I don't know, like.
Well, Core has a +6 to performance, so I'm going to roll.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll let Core roll for Jade.
22.
Oh,
Cool.
you guys are looking
Yeah.
fabulous.
They do dance.
They do a dance.
They do.
Core like increases his height to about 6 foot, so they could have more of a.
Okay. Jade is like, this is bizarre. I think I like it. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I like the tall
He'll
world.
spin. He will spin and call.
He still weighs the same, so you can throw him around.
I will do a series of flips and jumps with Core.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Like
Just in the
pair
back
skating
booth,
on land.
this group of adventurers is just going absolutely wild.
Yes.
Wild.
You do some flips, you do some tricks.
Wee.
Corey, you are being spun around.
This is the life. I love my new me. I am so happy.
I'm glad you are. And Jade will kind of spin Core to a stop and say,
Whoa. Core keeps spinning for a bit and then he stops. He's like, Jade, where'd you go?
I'm right here.
He flips back.
Hello. I mean, I feel like we'll probably be a bit of a distance from the others now. Maybe.
Yeah, you guys could have
Jade,
spun out
this
of the
is
way.
so scandalous. What's going on?
Oh,
I'm messing
I'm
with
sorry. Oh, okay. No, actually, I wanted to ask you about that because I'm certain the others have completely neglected you and not stolen my thunder.
you. Oh, I've been having a pretty good time, actually.
Um,
How was your time?
it was fine.
Yeah.
So you're not. Ever since I've known you, it's been a pretty common pastime of yours that you'll disappear a couple of days at a time or a few nights.
Whoopsie.
I don't mind it because it's you. So I thought so long as you're being safe and you're happy, then it's fine. But if I kind of wondered when you came back this morning, it made me realize maybe you weren't happy.
Happiness is an illusion. Core sways a little bit with the drink.
I wish I had some kind of spell to help.
I've only had like 5. So actually I'm pretty good.
In real talk, Jade would know. Is that actually okay, or is that like
5. Well, how do I feel after 5
Or
cocktails? I'd be plastered. Core is tipsy.
Jade says, maybe it's best we wait to have this conversation then. Sure.
I can compute, I just can't really stand. Like, my brain function
What would you
continues going
stand?
past 12.
I know a nice fountain nearby.
To the fountain.
Yes.
Okay. You may need to carry me.
I carry Core to the fountain.
Mhm.
The fountain of truth!
Fountain of truth.
I didn't realize Core was going to have so many interventions today. Okay.
Neither did I when I planned that he was going to do this.
You make
Core
it
shrinks back to his normal height. Okay.
You walk all the way down the many flights of stairs to the first floor of this establishment, this big tree, where you can see the crusted sultana. I think it was. I was going to say the crusted raisin. I was like, that's the wrong dried fruit.
Oh,
I thought this was closer, I'm sorry, but hey, you got a tour of the city, so...
Yay. I think I've sobered up by at least 2 drinks just from that walk.
That helps, I guess.
Mm.
Also, Cora, as you get close to the fountain, you do feel magical sort of energy radiating off of it that gives you sort of a sobering effect while you're in its presence.
Okay.
Doesn't actually restore you, but it has that effect on you.
Sure.
The fountain of truth.
The stage of drunk, like, not quite there.
Mm-hmm. So I don't understand. I still kind of don't understand why you wanted to do that. But I kind of accepted it because it never seemed to harm you in any way, but not from what I saw. But if I was blind to something, then I'm sorry. And if it became something...
You're apologizing to me? My behavior?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I think what I've realized is that not being a member of society for so long has become kind of an excuse for me. An excuse to say, this is why I can't help you. This is why I can't do this. And once maybe I would have said, I don't really know how these things work, and that is why I didn't say something sooner. But I call myself your closest friend. I don't think that's something I should say if I couldn't feel this change in you. And I think I did. A little bit. I was confused that you liked this tree man. He seemed odd. I just feel like you were giving me signs that I didn't see, and I'm sorry about that.
Jade. I wasn't giving you any signs, to be honest.
Well, even if you didn't mean to.
The tree man, as we shall now call him, because that is very funny, is nothing in the grand scheme of the many, many people. And honestly, I've used people, they've used me, and it was a cycle. And I wanted not to be good, because I don't really think I'll ever be like good. I just don't really see that as me. It doesn't really, try me on for anything. But just a slight improvement in my general well-being. And there are some things I used to do, which I thought made me me. And now they're not me. For whatever reason. But yeah, that's one of them. And I don't know. I realized that I was basing my criteria on kind of stupid shit. Like the fact that he was 8 foot tall. I can't even remember his face. It was just so high. I mean, it's, But they represented a kind of faceless entity to me. That's kind of scary. And
it is.
Yeah. That's not what I want. I don't think. Never really thought about it. But
I know it's funny to say that you don't remember his face on the cause of his height, but that is actually sad. And I'm glad that you are making this choice. Like I said, I don't know about how these things work. I've never even...
Oh, I mean, you don't really have to, honestly.
But
kind of overrated. Don't tell anyone I said that.
I have heard the romance site can be neat.
I mean,
not that I know anything about that either, but
yeah.
But regardless, I don't know what's coming next for you, for us, for any of us, but you matter the most to me. And you always have, and I think I'm pretty certain that you always will.
Wow, Jade. What a confession. I'm gonna topple into... No, I'm not. That was lovely.
No, I think you knew this, to be honest. I mean, you were what I needed. And I think when... Well, and now I chose you. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't know what comes next for you, considering this was such a large part of your life, but whatever it is, I want to help you find it.
That's very kind.
I know that... He looks around. Is there anyone else here?
Not close enough.
That's sus.
There are people around. You can see the rest of the group in the distance, but you feel like you have your own private, secluded space, is the vibe that you get. Unless there's somebody invisible.
Oh no, not like this.
Karul pops out of a
You don't have your
goulash.
Tessum there to, like, see them.
Karul pops out of the fountain.
There's like a goulash bowl like nearby.
I haven't done this
It's
in
like,
a while.
where did that goulash bowl come from? And Karul's just like, I was inside that bowl the whole time!
Even in another character, I will find you.
Oh no, what was he going to say? Damn it, how could you do this to me? Thomas!
You
fiend!
asked me! You asked me if somebody was nearby, and I turned it into a
Oh,
funny...
right, I remember now. That was it. Jade says, I know... In my life, I've had about 2 frames of reference for a person. You and my friend before Bronze. And I think that I kind of put on a bit of a front. I tried to be a leader, and I don't know how I felt about that. Captain didn't suit me. And I've tried to be more like you, like GT. Not like
I heard that.
Baron.
Baron says, as he is invisible.
But I think it was only when talking to Sapphire Man that I realised I'm scared of choosing for myself. Free will and all that. The only time I really felt like myself was just dancing with you earlier.
Tops.
Cool. I know you like to act a certain way. But if you ever get tired, you know you never have to be anything around me.
Can I insight check Jade?
Sure.
It's very good.
Nice.
Okay.
Toy.
Oh, it's real good. It's 24.
So Jade is actually Colorel.
Jade is Colorel.
Jade! I trust.
I'm sorry! What could I do?
Emma, I trusted you.
I'm sorry. This is my new favourite. I can't believe I've never done it before. Jade is being very earnest.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you can tell this is really important to him. This like the last thing he said about just like you not having to act in any kind of way or put on any kind of front.
Okay. Well, that's a lot to process.
I don't know, I thought, sorry if it was too much.
No, I mean, I can't see anything wrong with that, but I don't know what you're going to get out of it. I don't know. I always kind of quantify people's relationship with me by what they can get out of me. It's very easy with most people.
I get you.
But I do nothing for you.
That's not true. You've done everything for me. And I wouldn't be here without you. And you put me back together when I was broken in half. Quite literally.
Yeah, but just ask, like, gotta do. Ask Tamar. I'm not a good person to hang around for a long time. I love that everyone has just left us.
I know. Isn't that
You guys
great?
are in the spotlight.
It's just us now. Bye, guys.
I'm tearing up too
Hey.
much. I can't be on stream.
Oh,
The broken pieces
Ew.
got to me.
wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Thomas, I'm sorry I was mean to you earlier.
I'm sorry, I was mean to you.
I think I could rely on Tamar for a great many things. But he's not you.
I think Core is like very much struggling with the concept that Jade has just this pure like feeling for Core. He's just like, what is this? I am confused. Like, he is so confused. He looks like me when I'm trying to do math. It's like, but yeah.
Feelings have never been something I'm particularly good at. But when I look inside myself, I find plenty of them that I can directly attribute to you. I don't really know what that means, but I like it.
Jade?
Yes.
I am very confused.
Why?
But I don't know. I don't know how, like, deep friendships work.
They work kind of like this.
This feels like Bois. I don't know. Core gets up and he's like, you gotta want more than just... I don't know, you gotta want more than just this. Like, outside of me, there's gotta be...
What do you mean?
I'm not a
I
good
tried.
friend. I'm not a good anything.
What do you want?
I'm still figuring that out.
I don't think that you owe me anything. From what I've learned, I don't think that's quite how this works. But I'm happy with you. And I've tried other things. You've seen me try it. I tried to be a like I've said it, I tried to be a captain, but all that did was create friction between us, I thought. And it made me feel like... It made me feel this weight that I didn't like. Like, I've gone on to investigate and stealth missions, I've gone alone, I've gone with duty. I don't know, I've always wanted you there. Even today, I was like, a bit loath to leave you behind, even if you are babysitting.
Yeah. But you gotta want something else in life.
Maybe I will one day. But I don't know, I would see you there as well, I think.
Okay, I can get on board with that. Let's just think about it, okay?
Okay. If you want to go ahead, that's okay. I'm quite
I don't wanna...
quiet down here.
We can just sit in the quiet. That's fine with me. Okay. He walks over. He pats Jade's shoulder. He's like,
good chat.
Good chat? Core just looks more confused when he's like, okay.
It was something that Tamara and I said before we had this conversation. It was a bit odd, but it seemed fruitful, and we just kind of acknowledged that at the end of the conversation that it was a good discussion, and that seemed to wrap things up quite nicely.
Yeah.
But I can stop talking now.
No, that... yeah, you and Tamara are similar in some ways.
Jade looks over his shoulder. I like to think I'm a little bit more competent in some ways.
I mean that as a compliment. Kinda. I mean, I don't think Tamara's a bad person to be like.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah. Wow. Suddenly, it's, you know, when you're a fountain, I'm very humid. I'm just like.
It's okay. I wonder. something that I used to do in the temple, and I always found it quite soothing. Would you like to try it?
It really depends what it is. We should leave with that.
I get into the water, and I sit underneath the rushing water, and I just let it.
You sit
all over me
in the middle of what's effectively a plaza, in this ornate fountain in the middle of everybody.
Like a wall.
Just sitting in the water. And a few people
like you know in like anime where the waterfall scene where it's like But yeah.
You sit there. It's not quite the same as like a force of a waterfall, but it feels like there's like a baby waterfall.
Okay, Core's gonna jump in and tackle Jade into the water.
Alright, you jump in and you tackle Jade. Jade, you fall prone to the ground under Core's surprise attack.
I make sure to drown. I'm like,
yeah, I was gonna say, can I try and like reflex it so that Core is like was sitting where I was, maybe, so that he could feel the calming effects, like a little flip.
I think you
considering
can.
the monk.
And I think as you do that, as you use your monk prowess to flippity flip Core into the position that you were once
all of his hair just in his face. He's like,
just a moment ago. Core, you are now sitting in like it's like a natural shower almost. It feels soothing, peaceful, just a little bit cold because it's a fountain in the middle of like a plaza and it's not really necessarily meant to be showered with effectively, but it's kind of nice and kind of fun, and the simple fun of it all is what takes your mind away from the void within.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's where we'll put a bow tie on the session and call it there. Thank you very much for coming today, for playing it. Thank you for coming to the delayed session. I'm sorry that it ended up being slightly later than usual. My apologies. Next week is going to be... Well, next week we're not playing. But the week after, fortnight from now, when we are playing...
Yeah.
Shut up.
Next year. We're not going to play... Guys, we're not going to play for the rest of the year. It's going to be so long.
Oh my gosh. See you in 2021.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll see all of you tomorrow, pretty much, except Quinny.
Oh yeah.
Who I'll see... Who I haven't actually seen... because don't have your webcam on, but I'll see that.
I haven't actually seen you.
I will see either you or your avatar.
Yeah, my sexy avatar. Yeah. I've decided I'm not going to use my webcam unless I really need it because it screws up with my audio and sometimes I sound like a demon.
I mean,
oh, that's just you naturally. But
oh yes, I mean like an ultra sexy demon.
Oh.
If I drew you a little Baron right now, would you use that instead? Because I can't look at that thing.
Oh. Okay, fine. You can draw me a Baron.
Okay, fine. You can do beautiful art for me.
Fine, I'll allow it.
Give me a 5-word description right now.
Of Baron.
Flynn Rider.
Flynn Rider. I want him in like with a pose with like a rose. He's like biting on a rose. And he's got like,
I can do this.
Yeah. So he looks like he's trying to like seduce a lady.
Flynn Rider, but not hot. You know.
Gotcha.
Wearing
his attitude, bro.
Trademark clown makeup and bird costume. Both
no.
Baron, known for his trademark fashionable color matching skills and prowess.
Yes.
I might need to go. Just
yeah.
because I go work tomorrow.
It's all good. I won't keep you.
No.
I will
very much.
Call it here. Thank you very much for watching, everybody who watched. If you watched this on Twitch or YouTube, we'll be back tomorrow for more D&D. So tune in for that. We're going to be back with the Disappointment Crew, and then the week after that, more Disappointment Crew, and then the week after that, we're going to be back with Disappointment Crew and Shiny Boys. So keep your eyes peeled like bananas. Or anything else that you can peel, I guess. I don't know why I made that analogy, but keep them peeled regardless.
Peel your onions.
Peel your grapes, guys. Do it the Japanese way.
It was good. It was a chaotic session.
But anyway, I peeled a strawberry. Anyway,
I ate all my strawberries, so I can't.
I've tried that. I like the feeling of the outside. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. Thank you all for watching. Lots of love. Ciao for now.
Thank you. Goodbye.